Welcome to ICP With We.
In the name of intelligence, violence, and this is our ongoing examination of the Insane Clown Posse.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Shmeev.
And today we're reviewing 1990s intelligence and violence.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, juggalos, juggalettes, and those who don't identify as such. This is Juggalo Judgment, where two friends take time out of their busy schedules to sit down, listen to, and analyze music of the juggalo variety. You're joined by your hosts, Aaron and...
the version of Erik that is perpetually huddled in the corner of a dark movie theater, eating a jar of pickles and muttering to myself.
Wonderful to see you.
Hello.
You can't see me.
Oh my
John
God.
Cena's here. What? Maybe.
Wait a
Allegedly.
minute.
We actually can see each other. This is
We
amazing.
We got them
Hey,
cams
everybody.
running.
This is a collaborative episode
Holy shit.
of the geniuses of ICP With We and Juggalo Judgment. They said it couldn't be done. But guess what? We said we might be able to do it, so fuck it, we're doing it.
We said we could probably squeeze it in.
They said you can't do it, and we said, oh, we can do it. And now
We can do it.
the four of us are doing it.
We're
And
doing,
doing it hard.
Doing it.
And doing it well.
You know what? If there's one thing that you could take away and say after you listen to this episode specifically, first, damn, we gave you the goods. I understand that.
Gave 'em the
But
goods.
secondly, you can sit down and you can honestly say out loud, man, I just experienced the four of them doing it.
doing it well.
Doing
And
it
so you should.
fucking well.
You should. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to do it. And it would be reviewing something old.
And something
pretty
new.
old. It's
And something
pretty-
borrowed and something blue.
Yeah. Like,
It
So-
was the Discord that we had the something blue conversation in, right? The other
it
day?
was, yeah.
Okay, good. All right. I'm not going crazy.
Good. I'm so glad that we have effectively created an intro that has caused everybody to already turn this episode off. This is amazing.
They are
It's fantastic.
They are so confused, and within 15 seconds of starting this, it's already turned off. So
Mike,
only
tell people
the
what we're
super
doing.
dedicated people are still here. So for those who are maybe a bit confused, you maybe clicked onto this episode, whether it was from Juggalo Judgment or from ICP With Me,
then
and
you
you're like, what the
skipped-
fuck is this?
You skipped about 15 seconds forward and missed the title of the album that we said at the very beginning that we're covering.
What is happening in the Juggalo Judgment space is we're going on 3 years of doing this fucking show.
Jesus Christ.
It's just shy of the 3-year mark when this drops. And we are at the period of the, quote, shit the Juggalo Judgment missed section. What's happened in the last couple of years is there has been some stuff that we did not cover that is from Psychopathic Records' history.
And the media hit
it's-
us hard for that, honestly.
Yes.
Fucking
It's
slaughtered us.
it basically is one of two things. Either A, I said, fuck this album, we don't have to talk about it. Or B, and this is actually the more likely scenario for the majority of these, is Mike did not own the record in particular at the time. But over the last couple years, my collection has grown and grown and grown. Actually, some of the stuff that we will be covering over the next, I believe, 7 or 8 episodes, something like that, is stuff that some of the fine listeners of Juggalo Judgment have helped to provide me, which is super fucking cool. Now, the first thing that we're covering is actually something that our friends who are joining us have not been able to discuss, and because of that, I extended the olive branch. We're just prolonging the beef a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And I asked our friends Aaron and Erik of ICP With We if they would be down to join. And without any hesitation, Erik was like, "We're fucking down."
That's true.
Yeah.
And I saw that Erik already agreed, so I said, I'll clear my schedule.
This is the equivalent of like in protests over the past couple of years when you've seen like Crips and Bloods coming together to protest together. This is exactly like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%. Now, if only
Juggalo
Psychopathic and Magic
Judgment?
Ninja can do that as well.
I know.
Hey, we'll see. Will one day we be reviewing the catastrophic release that will be coming after Backdoor Riders? Who knows?
Oh no.
When
The-
they finally
The
amend,
reunited psychopathic riders.
I can't wait.
If only.
Guys, Juggalo
Think of what they
Judgment,
could be sampling at that point.
we know that there are ops, okay? But we're here to say I'm taking all the branches that Mike is extending, and I'm ready to get down to some business, because this we're throwing it back. This is something we missed. This is something that ICP with We should have caught.
Yeah. Yeah, that it was an easy request or invite to accept because much as you're coming up on 3 years, we're coming up on our 2 years, and we, because of the way we've done things, have kind of blasted through all of the ICP stuff, and we are about to wrap up ICP and move on to talking about Twisted. And when you were like, hey, do you want to cover Intelligence and Violence? I was like, this is perfect. We are literally about to wrap up this season. This is something that we missed early on. I couldn't think of a better way to review what is sure to be a horrible listening experience than with our two good friends, Mike and Shmee.
And like it's really interesting because if I remember correctly, I mean, you're finishing off with what is the OG, the very first ICP release, right? Was there anything before this? Was this it?
The single, the Boys on the Hill, I think single
Party
was
on the Hill
first
from the
of
JJ Boys.
By
But
by the unofficial JJ Boys.
Right. That was by the JJ Boys. And I think the first thing that was actually ICP was, what was it? Ghetto Territory, maybe? That was branded as ICP?
Enter the Ghetto Zone
Is that it?
is also one that you have listed on our show notes here that I actually read before the episode. So
Oh, yeah, there
please
you go.
applaud.
Yeah, they did too. They did Enter the Ghetto Zone and then Ghetto Territory. And Ghetto Territory was the one that actually had Joey and John on it. So it was the first thing that was actually like the proper group of them, but there are no, it's lost and gone forever. You'll never hear
right.
it because it doesn't exist.
Just
This
like
is
my
the.
darling Clementine.
I was thinking about that, and I mean, I have to imagine that somewhere there's just like a tape lying around that somebody forgot about that could resurface at any fucking moment.
Maybe. It's a possibility.
There's got to
be.
be somebody in Detroit who has not cleaned their basement or attic in forever.
There's
And they're
a
just sitting
stolen
on a
stereo
potential gold
somewhere
mine.
that has this tape in it.
Stolen car stereo.
Sitting in an evidence room.
I saw in one of the streams, Jay and Shaggy actually rapped part of Party on the Hill by the JJ Boys. They remembered it, and they rapped part of it. And I was like, whoa,
Fucking
Jay can't
what?
remember shit. How did they just do that?
Yeah, right.
That was crazy.
Damn. Holy shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But this again, over the last, it's been almost a full year that we've interacted, and in that time, I've felt very fortunate of the friendship that we have built. Breaking the kayfabe, I don't give a fuck. And so we've definitely done some collaborations in the past, and they've always been fun. So I'm really glad that we could work together for something that kind of bookends what you've done on the ICP front, since you've pretty much gone through everything that they've done. So it definitely was a cool way to just have a bit more fun on that front.
Yeah.
Now, you guys, for anybody who only listens to Juggalo Judgment and not ICP with We, you guys are missing
fools.
out. Erik is a goddamn historian that can barely be touched, except by only some like jiggles. So,
Not
sir,
Twisted
you
History, who
have-
is regularly incorrect, says Mike.
Shut the fuck up. Hey, there is some stuff that Robbie missed out on, and I have to fill in the gaps for a bit of it. So, Erik, you have some info on this release, do you not?
Give us sweet history.
Yeah, I'd love to give you that. But I will. I appreciate that compliment. But I also have to say that people like Jiggles and Rob and Robbie have vast amounts of knowledge, and they are true historians. But I like to research. I like to come into this knowing what we're dealing with. So here is the info that I've got. Well, do we want to start with, we used to always do a little bit of context. What was music like when this album dropped? Do you want to know a little bit about some of those things? I can run through them quickly.
Give me the landscape, buddy.
Fucking yeah, do it.
This is great for context, because when you're going to listen to a record like this, you need to understand what music was like, because listening to it now, it definitely feels dated. But undeniably, this period, this 89-90, was really when hip-hop broke into the mainstream. And we had all of these artists dropping songs that are still popular today. So Tone Loc was releasing tracks like Wild Thing and Funky Cold Medina. Ooh, yeah. Two Live Crew released Nasty As They Wanna Be with Me So Horny. De La Soul released their album 3 Feet High and Rising, which is an iconic album. Me, Myself, and I is a great track. Ghetto Boys dropped their second album called Grip It on That Other Level, an album that even Violent J himself has mentioned as featuring some of the earliest horrorcore tracks like Mind of a Lunatic and Trigger Happy. Salt and Pepper released the hit song Let's Talk About Sex. Here's one. Digital Underground released Sex Packets with the #1 hit, The Humpty Dance. Everybody knows that track.
Yeah.
LL Cool J going back to Cali and Mama Said Knock You Out. Beastie Boys dropped Paul's Boutique. Young MC released Bust a Move. Biz Markie, Just a Friend. Come on. R.I.P. Biz. Great track. Sir Mix-a-Lot dropped his second album, Seminar. That's another favorite of the ICP crew. They love old Sir Mix-a-Lot stuff. NWA released 100 Miles and Runnin'. Ice Cube released Kill at Will. Too Short released his 6th album, and we all know how much ICP likes Too Short. I don't know why. Vanilla Ice dropped the multi-platinum, although now it's sold enough to qualify for Diamond, album To the Extreme, featuring Play That Funky Music and Ice Ice Baby. And MC Hammer dropped Diamond Certified, Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him, with You Can't Touch This and Pray. Also, right around that time, Kid Rock released his debut album, Grit Sandwiches for Breakfast, and a 16-year-old Esham released his first album, Boomin' Words from Hell.
Damn.
So, a lot going on in the rap and hip hop world. But it's crazy when you look at the list of albums released in 89 and 90 for hip hop, it's nothing compared to what you see into the mid and late 90s. And even today, there are so many more artists, which this was a prime time to try to get into hip hop and rap. Now, let's jump into where the heck Intelligence and Violence came from. So, this is one of 3 albums that Violent J worked on in 1990, all allegedly under the name of ICP. Like we talked about, there are no copies of Enter the Ghetto Zone or Ghetto Territory, but there are still some tapes of Intelligence and Violence circulating, and that's how we're listening to it. Somebody ripped it, and it's out there. There's no hard release date for this one, mostly because it was just basically dubbed copies that they were handing out or selling on their own. But the story leading up to this, when Violent J was 17 in 1989, he and their gang, I'm doing air quotes, you can't hear it through a podcast, Inner City Posse, had really kind of gotten in over their heads. They were doing a lot of stuff. They were, doing like petty theft. They were stealing from car stereos and from the grocery store and stuff like that. And roughing people up, getting in a lot of fights. But they had pissed off some other local gangs. One of them being the HPs, the Hewlett Packards. And they... That's
the name, okay.
No, that's
Isn't
actually...
that a company?
Damn.
Hazel Park is the real name. I just thought HP was funny. Yeah, Hazel Park is the gang. And they pissed off the Hazel Park crew, and the Hazel Park crew basically went and trashed Jay's mom's house. and he got scared and basically moved away. He moved out to a neighborhood called Bonnie Doon in Fayetteville, North Carolina, because his brother lived there. Jump Steady was stationed in the army out there. You actually will hear Jay refer to this area as Booney Doon all the time, even though it's called Bonnie Doon. But there he basically lived in the back of a trailer, sharing space with this redneck piece of shit, and everybody around him was racist rednecks. And this is where he learned to hate racists and rednecks. And he hated it so much that he decided to hitchhike back to Detroit. And when he got back, he moved in with his mom and basically got right back into trouble again. He got picked up by the cops for stealing car stereos. He was arrested for an outstanding warrant that he had after making death threats to an ex-girlfriend. He didn't even know that he actually had a warrant out. And he was held in jail on $100 bond, but neither his mom nor any of his friends had enough money to pay it. So he spent 3 weeks in jail on $100 bond and came out and immediately violated his probation and the restraining order by tracking down this ex-girlfriend and making threats. And then he landed himself into jail for 90 days. While he was in jail for 90 days, he actually spent a lot of time writing rap lyrics, which is something that he really didn't do. I mean, he hadn't focused on that previously and just had some extra time. Coming out, he decided to start recording some of these raps. And the way he did it was by putting two radios facing each other, one playing an instrumental tape. And he said he would just take any cassette single he could find that had an instrumental on the B side, and he'd play that on one and then hit record on the other one and put his face between them. So the recording one would pick up him rapping plus the instrumental. And he recorded a tape called Enter the Ghetto Zone. And he said that people liked it, you know, or people said they liked it. And he was like dubbing them off and giving them to everybody. And his friends, John and Joey Utzler, liked the tape and they wanted to do one with him. So they made another tape doing it exactly the same way called Ghetto Territory. Now, this is definitely the first proper ICP album because that's got the core three that became ICP later. But that tape is gone. Nobody will ever hear it unless it's hiding in an attic somewhere. Around this time, Jay was working some shitty jobs and also pursuing a career in the independent wrestling circuit. Like, seriously, thought maybe he was going to make a go of it, but really kind of hated it. And he wanted to start focusing more on rap. So Shaggy's older brother, John, was working at this pizza shop and was like, hey, I know this kid that's a really good rapper. You should meet him. So he introduces Jay to this guy named D-Lyrical. And Jay really oversells how much this guy was just this clean, positive rapper that wanted to send positive messages with his rhymes. And Jay didn't like it, but they kind of like met, threw down some raps, were like, oh, cool, that's cool. Until Jay found out that D-Lyrical got a karaoke machine. And he was like, look, nobody else I knew could afford a karaoke machine. And we were all in trouble already, so we couldn't steal one. So I decided to go buddy up to D-Lyrical and be like, hey, we need to do an album together. Let's record an album. And that's how this happened.
Console on the block, so I'm going to become friends with him.
Cool.
Yeah, he also had the above ground pool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all the kids were over
He's
there.
got a trampoline.
Yeah,
D-Lyrical's
all
the
good
coolest.
stuff.
So because D-Lyrical didn't want to talk about like violent gang related stuff and he didn't want to use foul language and things, they decided to come up with this concept of intelligence and violence, where D-Lyrical was the intelligence and Violent J was the violence, quite obviously. His name should have been Intelligent D and Violent J. That would have been even better. But Jay talked a lot about how they would go and record in D-Lyrical's basement, and his mom would come down and like complain, like, why are you using all of this foul language? My son doesn't use foul language. Why do you have to say these things? And he's like, I didn't like his mom. I didn't like being there. I didn't like working with him. I would just get my dub tape and leave. So that's
Actually,
basically.
I have an impression of that interaction if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Please.
Go on.
Now, Joseph, honey, you're so talented and I love what you're doing, but why all the curse words? There you go.
I don't know Mama Lyrical, but I'm sure that's close.
Okay. Yeah, you know, guys, if anybody knows Mother Lyrical, please reach out.
Get
or
her on
Papa
the show.
Lyrical. I'm sure he could tell us.
Yeah,
She's invited.
Yeah,
D-Lyrical
if you're
and his
listening,
mom. I don't
if
know
you're
if
listening,
D-Lyrical's
hit us up.
Oh, you know, I briefly thought while I was getting ready for the show today, my mind was wandering, and I thought, man, I wonder what the fuck D-Lyrical is doing right now. And then I thought, it couldn't be that hard to get him on the show, could it? Like we could probably.
I just
work
hope he's
something out.
alive.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Actually, D-Lyrical is alive.
Nice.
He's been at the
D-Lyrical-
gathering, right?
I believe he has. And last year, it's either last year or in 2020, for one of the Patreon streams that ICP did, they did reconnect with a bunch of people from their past, and D-Lyrical was one of them. So he was on and they chatted for a bit. D-Lyrical actually still kind of makes music. He has a Bandcamp page, so you can find his stuff on there. I think the Jiggles actually purchased his music on there before. But yeah, D-Lyrical is still kind of doing his own thing.
Interesting.
The way Jay described him, I could have figured maybe he went on to be like a priest or a monk or something.
Yes, that's very much how Jay describes him. But anyway, Jay eventually did get his own karaoke machine, and that was the end of working with D-Lyrical. He went on at that point to go, I can just record my own shit, and I'll record stuff with John and Joey.
Around the same time, D-Lyrical mysteriously lost his karaoke machine.
I did see, though, that it looks like Psychopathic officially, again doing air quotes, re-released Intelligence and Violence on CD in 2017. Oh, you've got one.
Yes, I do. This was courtesy of Instagram user Chris Crosens, hooked me up with this last year. But this was re-released at the Gathering in, I think it was 2017.
Actually, not at the Gathering. It was only sold at the Carnival of Carnage 25th anniversary show in Detroit.
I lied. Thank you for clearing that shit up. Damn. It is listed as Psy 000.
I guess that makes sense.
But it's listed, it says ICP RIP, Intelligence and Violence. In
See, I thought it said RIP too, but it's RTP, Rude Time Productions.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just
That
about
looks-
to ask, could
that
that
looks
be Rude
like a
Time production? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, but why does that look like a fucking eye? It
That
really looks like an eye.
I have the same note when I was looking at the album cover, and I'm like, the RTP on the spine and cover looks like RIP, especially on the spine.
Yeah, it really does, and I think that they just they should have gotten some white out there.
Yeah,
But yes,
maybe
there were-
differentiated a little bit better.
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird that this cover doesn't say Intelligence and Violence anywhere on it? It just says ICP, like the proper one. I don't know what I guess the CD might have it written on there, but
It's
tape
exactly
does.
the same.
Oh yeah, they
It's
just
exactly
took
the same as the tape.
picture from the internet basically
blew it up.
printed it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it is very weird that they didn't put Intelligence and Violence anywhere on it. It is on the side in parentheses, but yeah. So yeah, that was definitely it was remade, repressed back in 2017. It even has the little diamond hatchet man that was popular
there you go.
of the time. And yeah, so that's why we're covering this. Is I finally own a physical copy, and I can say
I
it's
think it
official.
was really
There was somebody
interesting.
who was repressing some a number of years ago illegally on eBay, and then they got hit with a cease and desist.
Yeah, they just did it on CDRs. I saw it, but it looked like the same layout basically. It's weird though that it says ICP on the cover, because if you read Behind the Paint or listen to the audiobook, it does not sound like D-Lyrical was ever part of Inner City Posse or that sort of crew. And yet when you listen to the album, he does, shout out Inner City Posse quite a bit. It just seemed weird that I would have thought it would be called Intelligence and Violence. It's neat that it's ICP, even though it doesn't have the people that you might recognize as ICP.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like
so I was
he's there
ask,
by association, I think is really what it is.
Yeah.
It's big time a thing. It's just Jay really he wanted to do this thing, and he still wants to push the ICP thing, and he just kind of has to deal with the fact that D-Lyrical is there.
Yeah.
If we're to believe his account.
Looking at Discogs and looking at the re-release version, I mean, I like how it says the ICP is Violent J and D-Lyrical. Ooh.
Oh.
Do you catch that? If you click on that link
In the re-release?
Yeah, in the re-release, it says the ICP is Violent J and D-Lyrical. And I thought, this is so...
Yes, it is right on the back. It's not even a booklet. It's just a
I was going to ask.
single...
Yeah, I was going to ask you if it was a booklet or not, but yeah, it's...
The thing is, though, the only thing that's original there is the image on the cover that's just the J card from the tape laid flat. Everything else was clearly done in 2017. They just downloaded a font that roughly looks like a child wrote it with a crayon and did the rest.
Well, but that begs the question, why? I mean, you can make up anything you want. This is not original to source material. So why would you put the ICP as Violent J and D-Lyrical?
Why would you also still have it say RIP instead of RTP?
Right, yeah, like...
Because it does on the CD. The CD itself is RIP. Like, that is unmistakably an I.
No, it's still a T.
I.
It's a T.
I don't know.
The dots
I.
the dots around to give it a different look and all that stuff. And
Also, actually, on the CD, that's definitely RIP.
Yeah. Look on
on the CD, it's an I.
RIP.
Maybe
and
they
even on,
This is
and
a
even on the
mess,
spine.
guys.
They had to change it
bleed
on
and
the
stuff,
disc to RIP because they got sued by Run the Pules.
That could be it.
God damn.
But why in 2017, after being ICP and what it is for over 20 years, do you say the ICP is Violent J and D-Lyrical? I just don't understand.
To make it sound like it's old.
I am curious, since I've never seen one of the tapes, if, maybe on the inside of the original tape it had that listed there, but probably not.
It may have, and I actually would posit that it's likely that it does, because while we could believe Violent J that, D-Lyrical was too straight-laced for him and he was just using him for his karaoke machine or whatever. I think it's far more likely that he was actually going to, stick with D-Lyrical, and they probably just had a falling out, and from then on he decided he was going to trash him, and, retroactively, D-Lyrical was the squarest motherfucker on the face of the planet.
I mean, that seems
that is a
very much like them. However, it's also very much like them that Jay was like, okay, I got what I needed out of you. Don't need you anymore. See ya.
Yeah. That was also probably part of it. Like, it was maybe
so it may not have been out of malice. We'll just say that much.
Yeah.
It's just Jay got to do what he wanted to. And as you mentioned, I mean, Jay, and he mentions this regularly in Behind the Paint, very early on, he never looked at rapping as his profession that he was going to do. He 100% was dedicated to being a wrestler.
Yep.
It was just, oh yeah, I could kind of maybe do rap here and there, but it was not until probably close to Dog Beats era where he really decided, let's actually make this a thing. So it is just kind of like, this was something that he could just, it took up time and it kept him from doing dumb shit.
Intelligence and Violence and Basement Cuts really seemed like the point where that started to shift, right? Because he was still trying to pursue the wrestling thing. He was actually coming up around the same time as Sabu and Rob Van Dam, and they were actually friends and still are, he said he still talks to Rob Van Dam even now. But he was starting to get disenchanted with paying his dues as a wrestler, and it sucked. And as the rap thing, people started giving him attention. I think he started going, well, wait a minute, maybe this could be a thing. And I think you're right. It was about the time that they were starting to do Dog Beats, and when Alex was like, oh, I could sell your tapes in the stores. I think he was Intelligence and Violence is the first one that Alex was selling in the stores, maybe. But yeah,
I didn't even check that, but you might be right.
Yeah, I think that might be it. But
well, I think with that, that's about all the backstory imaginable that
It's a
we
lot
could
of history.
possibly get. There a lot of history for a very obscure release from the pre-Wicked Clown and another person. So I guess before we get into our track by track review, Shmeev, there is something that we typically do here.
There is. We gotta crack open a motherfucking Faygo.
We do. We have
Mike,
to crack open a motherfucking Faygo, and I'm thirsty.
What do you have, Mike?
I was very, very excited because I got to go down to that corner store, just a short walk away from your place, and I got myself a Faygo firework.
Nice, nice. Well, Mike, some time ago I asked in our little group chat what everybody's favorite Faygo flavors were. Now, as we all know, I'm a big Red Pop boy. Love it.
I'm sorry.
I checked with you, and while Rock and Rye is indeed your favorite, it's hard to come by, but you did say Moon Mist was a good standby, so I got some Moon Mist here.
Oh, yeah, Moon Mist.
And our good pals at ICP With
I already
We
know what's happening.
both said grape, although Erik did mention candy apple. Candy apple also hard to come by. Grape, as it turns out, also hard to come by in our area. I was unable to find it. However, today, whenever I was stopping in to try and find that, my corner store, I had the Red Pop and the Moon Mist. And I even stopped at Speedway just to see if they had it. They only have 2 rows of Faygo right now, two spaces for Faygo, which is some bullshit. But one of the things that they had is a thing that I happen to know Erik is always on the lookout for, so I figured I would take my opportunity to get myself a root beer.
I was hunting for root beer the other day.
And I'm going to pour all 3 of these bitches into my
I knew you
little
were gonna
e-tank
do
mug.
I fucking knew
And
it.
I'm gonna down 'em.
I knew that's exactly what you were going to do.
Nasty.
Let's crack them open. I'm sorry, did you guys have anything?
I'm going to crack a motherfucker's skull because I can't
Alright.
find a root beer.
You want me to mail you one?
Or an Arctic Sun. God damn it.
I cracked open a genuine Faygo Delicious Diet Coke.
Nice.
And it's being kept cold in my CST custom CST Yeti koozie.
Are you going to make a custom
there's-
CDT one?
There's my
Oh yeah, you need to cover CD too.
there's my territory right there. CDT's a sham.
I cracked open a genuine, delicious Faygo Polar Seltzer Cranberry Lime.
Oh.
Ooh, that sounds genuine delightful.
Sounds
It
quite
is.
nice, actually.
By the way, I chugged half of a Diet Coke that I had in already with me just so I could quickly grab another one and do the crack just so I could feel included.
That is
hell
dedication. I'm a little sad because my drink is a bit warm now because we've been sitting here for over an hour.
Oh, heck.
But they don't know that.
Well, I do now. Since you opened your big fucking mouth. Jesus Christ.
Yes. I mean, you know.
I'll have
just
to
here
edit that
ruin
out.
things.
Mine's as cold as ice.
You're as
Willing to
cold as
sacrifice
ice.
your love.
Oh, damn it. Beat me to it.
All right, hang on. Let me get a sip of this now. Now I got my mix
Oh
in.
yeah, let's see how this tastes.
That's odd. It's got like that root beer kick, and it almost tastes kind of cotton candy-ish with the Red Pop Moon Mist root beer mixture. It's very strange.
What do they call that when you go to the like soda fountains and you just put all of them into one cup? It's a something punch. I can't remember what they call it.
There's a lot of
There's a
regional
lot of different terms
terms.
for it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different terms for it. Shmeev, let me tell you, when you were tasting that, I actually had I was like, my legs were tensed up and ready to like whip myself around as soon as you were going to start throwing up. Like I was ready to gun it, like complete 180.
Nah, it's not bad.
Projectile from Pennsylvania to Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah.
But with that,
Well, my computer monitor is actually 4D. I don't know if you guys knew that. So it
Oh,
actually
shit.
senses Yeah, it's connected to my chair and like a bunch of like, different apparatuses around the room.
Right.
You know, whenever something, my computer screen senses something wet, I just get a
Splash you right in the face.
You know?
How many of the apparatuses
You just
are
stole that from the
fleshlights?
pirates.
Yeah, no, POV pornography has been a roller coaster, guys.
Just get that
By the
VR
way-
headset and you're fine.
Apparently, people call mixing all the sodas a suicide. That's what apparently it's called.
Okay.
Oh,
That is one.
that's what it was.
Suicide
I was trying to
suicide.
It's painless, you know.
What about that?
But with all that,
It's a suicide.
are we ready to jump into this this fucking
Let's go.
album?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go.
go ahead and do our Fago scores.
Hey, Aaron,
starting?
I don't know if you've ever listened to Juggalo Judgment, but we wait until the end for our Fago scores.
See, usually, so Eric and I usually do it right up top, and then he'll edit them into the end.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I didn't know how you guys edit it around. I don't know.
We shoot everything out of order.
Yeah, we good. Eric, you still good to do the intro whenever we finish up?
Yeah, at the end. Intro at the end. We need to think about it.
So, should we talk about I mean, I guess we kind of already tore the album cover apart. Maybe we
kinda
should
did, yeah.
talk about it. Who knows?
Let's go track by track.
Let's go track by
Let's
track.
go track by track. Let's do
track
it.
track
All
one
right,
intro.
Shreve.
Violent J, your homeboy packing a punch. Knocked out Greg, I'm the motherfucking Brady Bunch. For no apparent reason, yo, that's my attitude. Fuck off, gold digger, I'll ask for gratitude. Don't remember your name after I get the shot. Don't get loud, bitch, how you listen not. Del Ray, Detroit, Southwest military. Neat freaks hanging like a motherfucking dingleberry. Yo, man, I like big, fat, funked up freak. Slapping that anus and I'm slapping her butt cheek. More fat on the bitch, so my dick gets harder. When that's petrified when I fuck Nell Carter. Cold heart, so what nobody passed. So call the whip westers, little monkey looking ass. My nuts don't hang, boy, too much fame. And your nuts are hanging down like a Great Dane. Military's connected, got Bruce Lee to thank. Pulling drive-bys in a fucking tank. Gangsta Coast was a hit and never on wax. Cause I'm dope to the max.
So the intro here.
The intro here.
Strictly Violent J. It's short and sweet. However, we
will hear it again
did
shortly.
stop. We did stop before we heard the absolute nonsense that Violent J starts saying at the end.
He starts taking shots at Hazel Park.
Well, we get like one solid verse and then babbling about porches and pork, and then just it turns into laughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is something.
But
Kudos for using that beat though. Because
Rob
classic
Bass.
fucking beat.
classic
It Takes Two.
Yeah. Whatever the fuck that sample was already, because that's a sample of something else already, isn't it?
The original song that sampled from, as well as the hook, is Lynn Collins' "Think About It."
Okay, there it is. So yeah, like he hits another. He hits the HP Posse with the old Psych Out classic. It's late '80s, early '90s. That was in vogue. I wanted to come back.
Hell
It's
yeah,
sort of
get
coming
their ass.
back. He's got that awkward baby flow sort of to a degree, and we're gonna be hearing it a lot throughout this. Like he's still just doing this. He hasn't done it long enough yet to be comfortable in his rapping, but he's getting there.
Yeah,
I think it's relatively proficient.
I mean, there's
enough.
not much for us to say in the ways of like production wise, because I mean, we kind of already know how it was produced. But,
Well, I have questions about the production though, because
Do you?
because none of these
Where was it?
tracks. Well, none of these tracks seem like they are straight up lifted instrumentals from other songs. They might be, but they seem like somebody put these tracks together from samples, and I'm wondering who
So,
did that,
I
where they
kind
came
of-
from.
I kind of have a note about that later on down further into our review. There are multiple tracks on here that sound like they have been edited, looped, spliced
Yes.
very clearly. So I guess if you're going to record it through a karaoke machine, how you had to have prepared the tracks
Right.
and then went with those tracks into the karaoke machine to record. So
Yeah,
there's definitely a clear other step that had happened.
Well, what I'm wondering is, okay, they're recording through a karaoke machine. Now, I assume maybe then they were still kind of doing the play it in front of another stereo. So it's just they're using a microphone that's connected to the karaoke machine to project their voice and the instrumental. I'm assuming that's what this is.
No,
and they're doing it into another...
I'm pretty sure the karaoke machine has 2 decks so that you can be singing into it, playing something, and recording. And I think it's all in one solution.
So maybe what they did was whenever it got to a point where it sounds like it's a little bit muddy, they hurried up. The other person stopped the tape so they could prepare the track to restart playing, and then they press record again whenever it gets on there. So that's why there's parts where it doesn't sound like the instrumental is cutting right where you think it would go, and you're hearing an extra beat and a half or something that sounds fucking off.
You know, and that's very likely, I think, because you know where these cuts are. These cuts are in between their verses.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, that's where all of these cuts seem to be.
With 2 tape decks or with a karaoke machine, you can do super rudimentary multi-tracking where I take an instrumental and I rap over it. And then I take that instrumental that I rapped over and then use that as my new instrumental and then put another layer of vocals or another layer of music. And you can keep layering it up. You can do it a couple of times before it turns to complete shit. But I think they were doing some of that here.
Yeah, that could be it.
It's quite possible.
Regardless, just to toss my thoughts out here, I mean, it's an intro. It turns into nonsense rambling, and then it just sort of cuts out, and it's an instrumental because they ran out of things to say, I guess, for the last 30 seconds, which is fine, but it was short enough. And I fucking love dog beats, and so I knew I would, like, dig the shit out of this. Just the sound of it, right? I'm having no issues with this so far. I like
this
it.
is definitely a
exactly
style and a sound you like.
This is exactly why I asked if you guys wanted to do this, because I knew that you had a fucking blast with the early shit.
100%. I was so happy when I saw when I saw that we were doing this. I was like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be really good. I can't wait.
You know, this is a short track, but I did have a bunch of thoughts about it because there's already so much going on. We've got interesting references. He talks about knocking out Greg from the Brady Bunch and talking about fucking Nell Carter. And that's like Nell Carter comes up later, 7 years later on House of Horrors. This beat comes up later, 8 years later on $85 an hour. Like the early roots of things that were going to happen later are here. So as a fan and as somebody that's been researching in that stuff, already in one track, in one intro track, there are things that you're going, oh, this is from the other thing. You know, you're putting the pieces together, and I think it's already interesting. But also, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but basically Violent J uses the exact same lyrics in the next song, and it makes me wonder, and there's another one like this. Actually, we'll get to it, but yeah, there's another beat that Violent J uses that beat, and then D-Lyrical uses that beat for 2 separate songs. And I think that dynamic of Jay recorded with D-Lyrical, but then got his own karaoke machine and did his own shit. And I can't help but wonder if some of these are that dynamic where it's like, oh, I'm going to redo my own thing. It's just, it's interesting that there's some weird repeats and overlaps. Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean,
that might very well be the case. And if it's interesting whenever you look back at the early stuff of ICP, you've already mentioned, you know, two things that were referenced later on down the line in ICP's history. And they've kind of done that a lot, though, even with other projects. You guys covered Golden Goldies, which we'll get to in a few episodes, which is essentially a precursor to Rida's. Like, they always have a baseline that they kind of want to start with at the very least, and then see what they can flesh out and make a little bit more, I guess, clean later on down the line. So, I mean, those are just the things you mentioned were just 2 very small references, but they were references nonetheless that it's very hard to ignore them.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff on this that pops up, and it made me think. I was like, is it cool to go back and listen to something from this early on and go, there are references and themes and words and locations and things that become recurring elements of their music later. Is it cool to go back and hear this? Or is it kind of like sad to go, you have been using the same references for 30 years?
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking if you were cool for knowing all of this and getting all the references, and I was
Nope.
sadly tell you,
You're
Erik,
a big dork.
I don't think a single one of us doing this right now are cool. I think we're all we missed that mark.
Yeah.
The Nell Carter one got me because I was like, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
And I believe probably from Jay. And then I looked up like, who the fuck is Nell Carter? And then I'm like, why the fuck is he talking about Nell Carter?
Well, that's why I brought up Nell. Like, I was like, there's weird TV show references to Greg from the Brady Bunch and then Nell Carter right after. Like, he must have. I mean, I wouldn't doubt if he's sitting there writing lyrics, watching TV.
Right. I mean, like, Greg from the Brady Bunch is like an easy. I feel like that's the go-to for like wholesome TV if you're going to be, you know, like I ain't like that. I'm hard and from the streets and stuff. That's a solid one to just pull off the top of the head.
And shit, I mean, they had a fucking song all about the people from Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
90210.
That's true.
So, you know, that's just what they did at the time.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
I think we can move on. Now, this one's going to seem a bit off. I did have to change it to actually reflect what the tracks were, but the track listing on the actual case of the CD, which I assume is what the original album was, lists the track Intelligence and Violence next. However, when it was ripped, it actually is not. So the next track, track 2, is The Wizard of Del Rey.
Oh shit, homeboy, you should've seen me. Drunk at the party, drinking Fifth of MD. Cold fast start on my homeboy's crib, cuddled up on the floor like a motherfucking kid. Dreaming, I was drinking some Fago in my dome house, and here comes a tornado. The crib goes up, spinning around and round. Then bam, I just landed ground. Walked out the house and seen the yellow brick road. Up walks a little pimp with a cane and some gold. Nugget rings, gold teeth, and a cup of 8-ball. And only 3 feet tall. He said, welcome and greetings to new land, y'all. I said, who the fuck are you? Sky Lolo. He said, I'm a pimp, a player, a baller, and yo, to get out of here, you walk the yellow brick road. By the way, homeboy, you got a murder rap. Pointed down at the house, and I had just that. I crushed the witch. All I saw was a freak. She had a fresh pair of pumps. I'm looking oh so sweet. I grabbed the midget by the throat and checked in his cat. Slapped in my eye, told him I'm the Mac. Checked in the witch's pumps and said I'm away. My name ain't Dorothy, yo, it's Violent J. If the wizard's guards don't let me pass, I'ma stick my size 10 boot in their ass. Walking down yellow brick, singing yo crime.
All right, so The Wizard of Del Rey.
Speaking of things that get recycled, let's talk about this song. As we were listening, Erik kindly pointed out and was asking or was mentioning how eager he was to hear my thoughts because, well, I enjoy every other iteration of this.
Every other iteration, but not this one.
Well, okay, so and I'm gonna say something here, and
oh no,
I think that I think that this can sum up my thoughts pretty well.
Aaron's about to turn his back on the Juggalos right now.
I love it, but objectively, it sucks. I love it, guys. I enjoy this. I would listen to this willingly, and I'm happy that Mike sent me over a Dropbox link of all the fucking files so I can. But objectively, this is not good. So his flow, he's got problem with his flows. He's got problems with finding the beat, right? But it's the classic Wizard of Oz references, and I love it. I mean, I just do. I'm a sucker for it.
This was before he like actually saw the Wizard of Oz and knew what it was about, more or less. Like somebody described the Wizard of Oz to him, and he was like, "Oh, he goes somewhere, and then they go somewhere, and then they come back." Okay, I got it. Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very tenuous grasp
Because like in this case,
on what
he's just
the Wizard of Oz.
like he lands on the witch again, just like her sick kicks are sticking out, and he's like, "Yeah, cool, that's rad." But he ends up finding these people, and he's just like, it's not like, "Hey, we're gonna go to the wizard, and they're gonna figure out how to solve our problems." He's just like, "No, guys, what if you did violence back in the city where I come from? That'll be cool. You'll fit in there." And they're like, "Oh, okay, sure."
Aaron, you're thinking this is the original version, but both Enter the Ghetto Zone and Ghetto Territory also had Wizard of Delray on them. You just don't know it.
So are you telling me? Okay, so you mean to tell me that there's 2 other iterations that we're never going to be able to listen to?
We'll never know.
This
Maybe.
Heartbreaking.
Maybe.
Are you saying it also could very well just be this one?
Yeah, this is
over and over again. I'm sure that's the case. Because I feel like if this was the third time, you know the saying "third time's the charm." I think it strays from this situation.
This is like still.
Well, this was the first one, so it'd be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is some very like classic early J storytelling. Like,
yeah,
100%.
This is the original J storytelling.
Even this
that
far
we have a
back,
recording
lyrically,
of.
it was clever. I mean, it's also totally stupid, but I mean,
it's absolutely
like
stupid.
the beat is kind of awful, and at the same time, it sort of makes sense for this track.
Oh, I love it.
We get a reference to Fago in there, which is like got to be pretty early. We get a Two Dope mention in this one. He's the Tin Man.
We get Nate the Mack.
Yeah,
True. Yes.
the thing that like. I stopped and I was like, wait, what the fuck did he just say? He says, "Stick my size 10 boot in their ass." Jay's like 6'3". He wears size 10 shoes? That's weird.
Well, that's
like
a sad shoe correlation.
You know what they say about... Anyway.
That's my favorite thing to do in video games, too, is to make an extremely large person with the tiniest possible feet if you can design the character like that.
I don't know if I've ever seen a feet slider.
I love doing that, but...
There is one in Ark.
Head.
Oh.
Wrestling games.
Also, if
Tiny
you
head,
play
also great,
The
yeah.
Sims 4, you can pretty much... There's a slider for pretty much every part of the body.
Oh, well, okay. And the story of this is funny, though, because so he very quickly gets to the Emerald City, and what they do when they get there is they shoot everybody, including the wizard. Then they take the keys to his truck and drive back to Detroit. But he got here by falling asleep and dreaming.
But then he
How
wakes
did
up
they
at the
drive a
end.
truck back from a dream?
He does wake up at the end.
I guess
Yeah,
so. But also they forgot about Toto. I don't think until they say, well, we forgot about Toto, I'm pretty sure Toto is not mentioned anywhere else in the song. That's
He
just
forgot
it.
about the band Toto, and then he was like, "Oh yeah," and then he woke up and he was like, "I could listen to them. I have
Maybe
them
he
on
means
tape."
I forgot about Toto by forgetting to put Toto in this song at all.
Yeah, I will say though that this is kind of interesting. Like when you've already heard, obviously the closest to this version is the one on Carnival of Carnage. It's not a word for word copy. Like he does change parts of the one on the Carnival of Carnage version, but there are some significant parts that are stripped directly from it.
That's not the closest version.
From this one?
The closest version to this one would be the one on Dog Beats, right?
Beats,
Is it
yeah.
on Dog Beats? Yeah, on Dog Beats.
Oh fuck, we got to cover that one too.
Well,
Well,
I
I
thing is
intended
going to be kind of similar.
Yeah.
Guys, we haven't covered Dog Beach yet, and that's why I totally fucking forgot about that.
I knew about that, and you
That's
somehow
in 2
didn't.
episodes.
Jesus. I didn't listen to the.
Guys, that is a highly anticipated episode for me. I hope you know that.
I have not listened to the Carnival of Carnage one since we covered it. I just remember that I did not care for it at all. But this one, I was like, I'm vaguely interested in this. Like, it's fine. It does what
I
it
also
do.
remember you did not care for it.
Wait, you don't like Carnival of Carnix, or you don't like Wizard of the Hood?
I didn't like either of I liked the Wizard of the Hood album. That was great, but Carnival of Carnix I did not care for, nor did I care for the track Wizard of the Hood on Carnival of Carnix.
Okay.
See, I don't mind it, but like I when I was trying to think of lyrically the stuff that they pulled from this and put on the version that's on Carnival of Carnage, it's not word for word, but there are sections of it that they basically did keep the same. Like a lot of the original. The first I can't even call them verses, but the first section, and then the Hoods and Hoodlums and Thieves Oh My. Yeah. Like as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh well, they obviously loved that part, had to keep that in.
To be fair, the Dog Beats and Carnix version are pretty close.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
I want to know if at the end, whenever he just kind of like starts laughing, and then there's like a
whistling.
break, and then he starts laughing again, and whistling and stuff. Like, I want to know if like there's something going on like outside of what we could hear in the recording that he was also laughing at. Like, if D-Lyrical was just like goofing or something, he was laughing at that, or if he was just laughing because Jay.
He was laughing because there's more beat left, and he didn't have anything to say.
D-Lyrical's mom came down and started yelling at them, and he was laughing.
From 1989. Was good enough to snuff out D-Lyrical, who was probably most definitely still in the room. I think he was probably laughing just because he ran out of shit.
That's possible. Yeah.
And it was
he does that other places. Yeah, there's a couple other places where he's like, I've got nothing else to say. I'm gonna laugh. All right.
Hey,
Classic Jay.
What works, right?
Yeah,
it's the ICP special.
Yep.
It's mostly Jay who does that. D-Lyrical is pretty focused for the majority of his contributions. So just throwing that out there.
His contribution.
Yeah,
what
came
if we
to the table a little bit more prepared, I think.
What if we heard some of D-Lyrical's contributions, perhaps, on the next track?
I would love to.
Let's listen to Intelligence and Violence.
Intelligence
and violence. You have dug your own grave. If you say you want a battle, don't you know you're in trouble up the creek without a paddle? Cause I keep getting better. I'm tougher than leather. I'm rated number 1 and I'll reign forever. Some people wear silver and some wear gold, but then I'll snatch it up your neck and dish you cold. It's like a fantasy, it's irony. My rhymes go down in history. Get my point proven with the freshest terminology. No more words in a pocket dictionary. Got more information than your local library. Some girls I'm kissing and others I'm dissing, but you don't know what you've been missing. Make a fresh tongue twister. Could give your tongue a blister. If you see at my waist, then there's a chance you'll differ. Give a sigh, then you cry, then you say goodbye. Don't even try, don't reply, and you want to die. I make it rhyme, don't waste time. Cause it is a crime, it's the truth, no excuse. Won't feed you no line, dissing you. To battle me a bit up more than you can chew. Tearing up the scene, destructive and rude. The way I'll leave you more puzzled than a Rubik's Cube. Wanna battle the best, you're gonna die like the rest. Where I'll crush your bones and rip up your flesh.
What if people just mixed, what if people did like a Pepsi and like an oat milk?
Okay, you should probably know that a lot happened during that song. Please enjoy the baffling fallout from that conversation.
Like Pepsi and almond milk.
I thought you were gonna say oatmeal, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
What if people made oatmeal with Pepsi? That's the question. I mean,
maybe.
Would you consider that intelligent or violent?
Both. I think that would be intelligent, and I think that if I don't have some of that in the next 5 minutes, I might get violent.
Bro, people make
kind of hits all the bases.
Barbecue with Dr. Pepper. Why not make oatmeal with Pepsi?
Let me tell you, one of the best burgers. It's probably my second favorite burger behind. It's my second favorite burger behind 2 McDoubles. Is the Dr. Pepper barbecue bacon burger from LSA in Denton.
Oh damn!
But what's your favorite booger?
My favorite booger is probably the one. I think I picked it like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It had a good viscosity to it.
My favorite is like the deep ones where like you catch some of it and it like pulls out like.
Oh yeah,
You can feel it coming from your sinuses.
I had one. I was oh man, this is actually no. Let me change my answer to my favorite booger because I actually have a real answer. Okay, and it's this one. I think I had to have been probably like 11 to 12 years old. I don't know. It was definitely a wee little Aaron days, right? And I went and I grabbed the booger that was pretty shallow, right? And as I pulled it out, it pulled a spiral.
Yeah.
Going all the way up my nostril, and it was the most satisfying feeling. I've never achieved a more satisfying feeling than that.
That's the good stuff, man.
Drugs cannot recreate the feeling that I felt when I pulled that booger out of my 11-year-old nostril.
It's fantastic.
So intelligence and violence.
It's D-Lyrical.
Let's get
Just
into
showing
it.
out right out the gate.
100%.
He is smooth as fuck on the mic. Like, that is a dude who has clearly been rapping for a minute. He is comfortable as fuck rapping. Even with, like, bars that are, like, written awkwardly and, like, the rhymes are kind of like, he makes them sound clean regardless.
Rapping in the style that was popular at that time, he is extremely proficient. I think his flows and even lyrics were pretty decent. And Jay can diss it all he wants and be like, oh, that was weak, that was lame. But I think D-Lyrical stuff is really close to a lot of the more intelligent alternative hip hop that got popular. And I thought it was pretty good. But I also had this thought, considering they need to get clean takes because they're not able to edit this stuff, I'm pretty impressed at this point with both of them, because they're pretty well having to go, was that take good enough? Because I can't go back and splice in a word or a line that I didn't get right. I thought it was, pretty good. I like at the beginning that Jay says intelligence and D-Lyrical says violence. And I'm like, oh, changing it up already. That's cool.
Yep. I forgot that in the last track, Wizard of Del Rey, you can hear Jay at the end of his last verse say, oh, is that good? And then he starts laughing. Was that fresh?
There you go. Honestly, just by starting out with D-Lyrical on this track, and it's also partially the beat choice as well, but it already gave it like a more serious tone than the previous two tracks, which I thought was a great breakup. I think that D-Lyrical fucking killed it. And you're right. I was thinking about it. I actually did not have this thought in my mind, Eric, until I got to Violent Crimes, the over 7-minute song. And I thought, they're doing these in one take.
Yeah.
This is nuts. Like, what the, and even that song, when we get to it, I'll talk about it more. That's one of the ones that they spliced. So clearly that was not like all in one breath, one take, but still, like, no matter what, I can't sit here. I do voiceover for videos for TikTok and YouTube, and I have to splice together. And it's just my dumb voice talking, right? Like, that's not me trying to rap over a beat. So it's very, very impressive. I think that as soon as Jay starts his verse on this song, it starts to lose its legs a little bit, simply because I think 3 words in, he loses the pocket of the beat. But
also, it's the exact same verse, or at least the majority of it, from the intro. And I was like, the fuck? What's happening? Which does make me think that maybe this song and the intro were not originally on the same tape together or something.
Yeah, I mean, he'd have to be nuts for him to just be like, yeah, they won't notice.
The specific line that made me even make that correlation. Let me see. Oh, it was literally the yo, I like big fat funked up freaks. I'm waxing that anus and slapping her butt cheeks. As soon as I heard that line, I was like, wait a minute, this is the same that I heard a couple songs ago.
Yeah, Greg Brady was what did it for me. I was like, what?
Greg Brady, yeah.
Yeah.
I think D-Lyrical's mom, actually, that was the same point for her as well. Mike, she was upstairs making cookies, and she's like, why, he just said this in the last song.
He's talking about fucking Nell Carter again.
Which makes sense if you think about when this or how the original track listing was supposed to be. Way to go, Psychopathic, for not putting them in the right fucking order on the actual disc. But this was meant to be track 2.
Yeah.
So,
and I listened to it in that
would
order.
have been legitimately back to back.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's probably the real reason I noticed, was because I listened to the YouTube upload of it that was like, this is the cleanest tape upload that I could possibly get, and I was like, okay, cool. And so I heard them back to back, and I was like, Jay, what are you doing?
See, I mean, when I've only did 2 listens for this because that's really all I needed. There's not really a lot here, but I did 2 listens to this. And I listened to them in the proper order. And it wasn't until the second listen, or not into the proper order, in the order that was sent, in the order that Psychopathic says is the proper order. So I listened, and when I was listening, I was like, it was the second listen that I was like, hold on. I think these are some of the same lyrics. And it turned out to be a lot more of the same lyrics than I originally thought. But overall, I thought that this was actually a pretty strong track, and I think that a person that had a large hand in that is D-Lyrical, because he was very impressive on this track.
Yeah. I'm very interested, actually. I would love to speak to somebody who was around during this time about like where beats like this came from, because a lot of the beats that are on here that we're going to hear I'm pretty sure are just like, some classic break beats that were going around all over the fucking place. So you'd find them everywhere. But I want to know like where they come from, like where you got these from. Where did Jay get this from, or D-Lyrical, or fucking anybody?
I'd be willing to bet that they were taking them from other artists that already used them. I don't think that any of these songs are them sourcing out old funk records or something like that and going, oh, here's a really cool break. Let me loop this. I think they were just hearing other artists doing it, which, as somebody who's very old, around this time, I was, 11, 12 years old. I was listening to music to the radio of that era. This song feels very much in line with a lot of the music that was out there. You were hearing a lot of these common loops and beats and styles. I think if you strip away the recording quality, this is pretty good for what that was. I don't think it could have ever been on the radio because they were using stolen beats and stuff, but
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh,
I will say this, though. Jay's violent side of the lyrics feel a little out of place on this beat and next to D-Lyrical. Yeah. But
I do really love
I think that beat had more serious tones as well. I mean, D-Lyrical brought serious tones, but I also think their beat, the choice of that beat, which probably didn't have a huge choice of beats like y'all were just discussing. I always assumed that the local Jewel Osco just had a beat section in like the 1980s. Was Jewel Osco around in 1980?
I've never even heard of whatever that is.
Not familiar.
So it's a local Illinois grocery store. I just assumed that Michigan probably already also had them. I don't know. Maybe. They seem they're like upper Midwest grocery
stores. No, they had
stores.
Meyer. That's what they've got there.
Meyer.
Yeah.
But I do like this beat a lot, wherever the fuck they got it from.
It samples a Soul to Soul song called Keep On Moving. And I think that's what that is.
It's really nice. I like it. Man, it's just cool.
Yeah. I think
chill. I think
we all like this song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that having this be the introduction that we get of D-Lyrical is very, very smart. And even though he is by far the stronger person on this track, this does a good job of showcasing what each person is about, like what their personas are. But what they are about throughout the course of this record.
Jay has a line about stealing a stereo with his tape already in it. And you know what? That's a pretty good line.
Yeah, it's almost like the same line that he used later in Dog Beats.
Well, I didn't hear that.
That's what actually, Shmeev, that's what I assumed happened to all of the all of the copies of Ghetto Zone and Ghetto Territory, is that Jay actually had a hand in stealing all of them
and Party on the Hill,
and then got caught And yeah, exactly. And then got caught. And now, like you said earlier, they're all locked up in an evidence locker. And it's Jay's fault that his own music is not getting out. Can't believe it.
Well, they were all seized under
release the
asset
ICP
forfeiture,
cut.
and all the cops just installed those stereos into their personal cars after that.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
They all
Release the
have the copies
ICP
now.
cut.
Yeah, you know what? Detroit PD, please release the ICP cuts.
All right. I think we are able to move on. Back in a proper track order with track 4, Violent J's The Mack.
Violent J's The Mack. Yo, baby. Violent J's The Mack. Bitches, I love you all, cause I'm doomed to your neck like a goddamn chainsaw. I last a while, and when I'm finally nut, it'll come out your ears and shoot out your belly button. I'll whine you and dine you when we's in a sack. Put my shoulder in your stomach and put my foot on your back. Right leg stuck to the wall with super glue. And then I start stroking like a Chinese kangaroo. I tie your leg to the motherfucking bedpost. Stir my ding-a-ling and you're howling like a ghost. Violent J's The Mack.
Okay,
Guys, Violent J is The Mack.
I'm gonna get this out right now. Insane Clown Posse, Violent J would make sense with this song, but it sounds weird for quote thug Violent J. Like,
you know, it's good to know that he was always like this.
Yes. This is deeply ingrained in him.
It really is, though, which is so weird to me, because whenever ICP becomes Insane Clown Posse, which, yeah, it kind of happens in Carnival of Carnage, but more so takes shape in like Beverly Hills, and then on. Like, when I hear this kind of song from Insane Clown Posse, I get it. It's a persona. And it makes sense for a silly rapping clown.
Now you know it's not a persona. It's just who Violent J
It is literally just Violent J.
But even
the Casanova that he is.
This character that he's doing is a character as well. It's a persona. But also, I'm curious to know, do you somehow think that it makes more sense, like, emotionally in your mind for a clown to fuck you with their big toe than a gangster?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It really does.
You're
because
like, oh no, it's a clown. This is fine.
The big clown shoes.
Are you assuming that they have dick-like toes under there? Like what? I don't think that's the case. I think
clown
that they have
shoes.
That's why they wear those shoes.
That's why they wear those shoes.
Yeah.
They got big cocks on their feet.
No. It's not multiple. It is one, but it's the big toe, and it literally just curls around.
So
just
it has
coils
one
up in
dick
a
and
shoe.
4 toes.
Yeah.
So each foot has one dick and 4 toes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's the same
That's
condition
what
that affects all of the Kingdom Hearts franchise as well.
Well, no wonder I can't be a clown. I wasn't born with the right equipment. I don't have
you'll-
penises on my feet.
And you'll remember in what is it? What song is it? Is it Cotton Candy?
No, Super Balls.
Further on down, Super Balls. Thank you. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where he'll stick his big toe in her butthole, and then tickle the Ned with the other toes.
Yeah.
So it is clearly a very, very large toe for a reason.
Oh yeah.
That makes more sense than Thug
So
J.
hold on. So if he so theoretically you could say that in Super Balls, Jay went toes deep.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Because
Aaron,
I mean, it's all the way up there.
don't you have a GTA RP character that has a dick for a toe?
That I do, yes.
That's what I thought. I knew it.
I'm very well versed in the trivia of in the logic, and mainly in forcing logic into putting a penis on a foot. So this is in my realm, guys. Let me tell you, Violent J's the Mack. Great.
Worst song here.
I'll tell you why.
I bet Jiggles loves this song.
Do you
That's
hear
what I was
that
gonna say. This
intro?
was for Jiggles.
It's a love song.
Listen to this song again and remember, they did this on a fucking karaoke machine. This has layers. This is like legitimately, this is deliberately shitty for a good reason. Like, this sounds bad, but it sounds bad for art. Does that make sense?
What? Okay, wait. Are you saying the beat, like with the robot voices from Bose's Let's Jam, all that stuff? That's what you're saying is good? Or are you saying Jay's rhymes?
I'm saying the way he works with it. I'm saying the way he incorporates it. I'm saying everything, baby.
No.
Song.
Listen. He has huge issues with his lyrics and rhyme schemes. He says, I'm drilling through your netting like a chainsaw. Chainsaws don't drill, they saw. That doesn't make sense. Then he finally says, when I finally nut, it'll shoot out your ears and come out your belly button. Not out your butt. What? That's so logical to go come out your butt. It's not only an exact rhyme, it perfectly completes that thought. And although a part of me appreciates that sort of misdirection, if any portion of my mind would be willing to believe that he intentionally tried to subvert my expectations by saying belly button, I would think this is amazing, but I don't believe it. Not for a second.
I think it is. I give him the benefit of the doubt. I will summate my thoughts here. I'm going to let you guys, because obviously there's not a lot to say about this song, and I want to hear you guys. I really needed to get in and tell you guys how much of an art piece that this song is, and it should be in museums. I love this song. We have a Nedden reference in 1990, baby. Let's go. And then finally, Erik, I officially put up for consideration for our new merch item this month, Violent A's the Mack, and it's me, and I look like a Big Mac from McDonald's.
but in that picture, you're gonna have 3 titties, 2 pussies, and 6 booties.
See, that's what I was thinking you were gonna.
That fucking line! I forgot about that.
So here's the thing: that he starts out that he drops the 3 titties line, and my mind instantly goes Total Recall, as I feel like everyone else's should.
Yes.
And then he continues
Star Wars
on.
episode 2.
Wait, was that Total? No, that was
What?
It's in Total Recall. No, not Total Recall. The other one.
It's Total Recall.
It's Total Recall. Mars.
It's Total Recall.
The one where he goes to Mars. Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
My bad.
You had me doubting myself for a second. I never should.
He has to go to Mars to get that Turbo Man doll.
Yeah, he's got to get his ass to Mars. Yeah.
Oh yeah, didn't Sinbad have 3 tits in that movie?
By that point, his son had already fully become Darth Vader.
And Jamie Lee Curtis had 2
100%.
pussies and 6 booties. Yeah.
Right, exactly. When 6 booties, does that mean 12 cheeks and 6 holes, or 3 holes and 6 cheeks?
That's a good question.
It's 12 and 6.
Okay. I guess a booty is 2 cheeks and a hole. That's one.
You have 1 booty, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
All right then. We're just working with logic here.
I just want to know the
Yeah, of course.
configuration of these. Like, how are they laid out?
Just straight line upper back.
No, wait a minute. Wait, no. It can't be up the back. Because the one extra titty has to be on her back, so when he's fucking doggy, she can suck on that.
He can suck
I
on it.
always
That was what he
assumed-
was thinking about when he wrote this song.
That's
I
true.
always assumed that the extra titty was actually like really lower neck, right? So it's right above the last butt. I also have a question. Do all of these butts poop? And if so, is it all at once? This is just bringing up a world of questions, guys.
If she had one more booty, the whole Backdoor Riders crew could get in on this.
Very true. You know what I bet? I bet it's
that is a
woman.
new gangbang.
This woman with the multiple asses got multiple variations of psychopathic Ridas or backdoor or stuff tattooed on her cheeks, and this is where they solely got the artwork for backdoor Ridas. Was from
Those
this,
are
they
all,
sourced it
all
from
of
this
them in
one
there
individual.
are just this one woman's asses.
There's one woman's asses with different tattoos. They weren't photoshopped.
Could you
All
imagine?
joking aside, though, there's so much about this song that foreshadows the future of ICP's music.
There
You
is.
can really hear what is eventually going to become ICP.
Especially
Juggles,
when you
let us
think
know if
about
you
this
love this
woman
song.
with a 12-pack up her back.
I mean, that's pretty much what it's a 12-pack that poops. Pretty much what it is.
And also something about his shoulder in her stomach and his foot on her back, which is an impressive feat.
And gluing her leg to the wall and tying one to the bed. I don't know. We get a Ridas foreshadowing because there's a roll call at the end here, and it's not the only one on this
That's
album.
right.
No, it's not.
No.
He shouts out who all the Macks are. Does he mention Nate the Mack as being also the Mack?
I don't know.
No.
What the fuck?
Doesn't.
He
which is
doesn't
bullshit.
name the OG Mack? Nate the? It's fucked.
Nope.
Mac, comma, Nate the.
Yeah.
Well, shall we move on to G codes? I'm sorry, gangsta codes.
Cause we follow gangster code. We follow gangster code. Get the rhythm. ICP follows gangster code. Hey man, check this out, man. It was a Saturday night and I was looking for fun. Segoin brothers were throwing a bash with Three running the posse. So I decided to go with Nate the Mack and his old ass O's. Roll through the alleys, we never take main roads, cause we follow gangster codes. Coming up to Marshall at a light, some punks behind us kicked on their brights. They ran out the car, and wouldn't you know, dumb fuckers just smashed out the back window. Yelling some shit about fuck Del Rey, jumped back in their car and tried to get away. We lost them off Cambon, but that's okay, cause I know where these fuckers stay. And you can bet, as sure as bouncing is fun, I'ma chew his ass up like bubblegum. Walked to the front door, but it was locked, so I played it cool. And I knocked, and they opened the door and looked out, and that's when they caught a beer bottle in the mouth. Lady ran out the back door, probably his mother. They slammed the bitch with a Louisville slugger. Hit us, we hit them harder.
It's been going for a while.
Nobody's a bubble tape person? No?
I
Well,
used to like
Hubba
bubble
Bubba.
tape.
Oh, Hubba
Bubble
Bubba
tape.
makes bubble tape. You're right.
Yeah.
What about blow pops, where you have to
love
commit
blow
to a
pops.
sucker for like 15 minutes before you can get to the gum?
For
You
a
can blow
disappointing
your
amount of
pops.
gum.
Yeah, for a disappointing amount of gum that's already hard.
Yeah.
That was Gangsta Code.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
there we go.
funky
Okay.
ass
Good.
beat.
I
So
think
that
we've said
beat
all there is
started
to be
up-
said about gangsta codes.
When that beat starts, I'm like, this sounds familiar to me. And then I realized it sounds like if Gimme That Nut fucking sucked. It's like a goofy version of Gimme That Nut with that sort of like wah-wah pedal, like clean guitar in it and stuff. This is actually sampling a track called It's All About Me by D Nice, which I bet if we listen to sounds about the same. But this is definitely the point in the album where I'm like, okay, I fully understand what this is. I'm good now. I don't need any more.
So
But
this
this
was
is only track 5 though.
Yeah,
And how many tracks are on this though?
too many.
well, help me out real
Aw.
quick, right? So, if I remember correctly, now I haven't listened to it since I did my episode covering it, but they returned to this on their latest release, do they not?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they basically did a remake of this just called G Codes, and it's a full-on remake.
Sorry, since
beat, same lyrics.
Review. Shut the fuck up, Steve.
So you were right. Yeah. You didn't call that out in your review, though, interestingly.
Yeah, there was a lot going on at the time. I was talking about a lot of shit, you know?
You were.
was a lot to
Speaking
speak
of
of.
talking about a lot of shit, Jay is completely full of shit in this song.
100%.
This is a point where everything he's saying is made up. He's talking about playing shows and meeting women and having sex with them, and like it's humorous because he's so full of shit, just trying to say things he thinks is cool. And then he gets to the part where he finds a gun and shoots a stray dog and wants to shoot a prostitute. And I was like, I'm out. I'm fucking out. Also, turn down the goddamn reverb.
Yeah, this that was one of my notes. Was women aren't people. Because that's very prominent on this song. And in all capital letters, I have scribbled, not the dog.
Yeah.
I genuinely hate that fucking line.
I do too.
Is there an entry for this album on doesthedogdie.com?
Oh my God.
There should be.
Well, it does.
Let's put an update on there.
Yeah, I genuinely, that line, when I first heard it, I was like, fucking what, dude?
Same.
Why'd you shoot a dog?
This is Jay, trying to be hard, trying to do his gangsta stuff, and also classic Jay storytelling. Some people are dissing him while they're driving by, so he goes and hits their house and shit.
This is what I have to say about that line.
Oh, here we go.
Right? I don't want to hijack things here, but
it's all right.
Jay dedicated easily 30 seconds, like 6 to 7 lines, setting up this story where these guys pull up behind them, they flash their brights, they bash out the back window, and then they go on this car chase that immediately falls flat and we lost them. But it's fine because I know where they live. And it's just like this entire setup and build up for such a massive lack of payoff. I was looking forward to hearing how he fucked those motherfuckers up, right? I mean, he talks about going to where they live and shit, right? But I wanted to hear some fucking like Fast and Furious car chase shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You know the part that threw me for a loop was when D-Lyrical showed up, and I'm like, where the fuck did he come from?
Exactly. D-Lyrical is also here.
Yeah, for one tiny little short verse, and then a huge roll call out at the end again.
Yeah.
Of who follows gangster codes.
D-Lyrical had the best part of the song.
Yeah.
That one verse, it was great. It was
the least offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did
it was the least offensive.
Of the 3 verses that Jay does, his second one being where, he beats a woman for, quote unquote, maybe cheating on him or something. But his third one where he finds a gun and he decides to go rob a store, but then they're prepared for that and they have guns and shit, so he just kind of slowly backs out. He's like, but I still follow gangster code. I actually liked that as a concept, and it was pretty great in its own way.
I think a lot of this song feels like a Golden Goldies track to me, because the take is a little messy and the lyrics are a little goofy at times. And that roll call at the end where they're just filling space felt very Golden Goldies. The thing that threw me off, though, is he says Q-Tip, and Q-Tip comes up later, and I'm like, he can't be talking about Q-Tip.
Yeah, can't be talking about Tribe Called Quest Q-Tip.
No, exactly. But I thought that was weird. Also, the way it ends is hilarious, because it just ends with peace, and the song is over.
We have that huge list of people who I assume are in the Inner City Posse.
Yeah.
And I remember a long time ago reading Behind the Paint. I could not find my fucking copy. I don't know where the hell I put it in the move. But Inner City Posse was
Dog Beats.
Yeah. And they were just basically hoodlums for the most part. And none of them rapped with the exception of Jay, John, and Joey, really. And I guess D-Lyrical is kind of here. But by then, whenever it was just those 3 people, everybody else had dropped off. However, they mention all of the people in the crew here. Who has the coolest name of the Inner City Posse? Because I am looking at the list right now, and I love MC Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee comes up a lot.
Yeah.
That's a cool, like, I know it's kind of basic.
Is
but
that
it just
Jay,
sounds
though?
cool.
Yeah,
Because Jay uses Joe Bruce Lee all the time.
Joe Bruce Lee, yeah. But I don't know if that is. Man, I'll be mad if it is. I don't want to give Jay the props.
Bruce Lee actually, in fact, comes up in the next song when he immediately rips a big ol' call out of names that are pretty much the exact same names that he just ended the other song calling out.
Oh, you mean when they go from a
We'll
roll
get
call
to
to a track that's just purely a roll call?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Let's listen to that right now, 'cause I think we're done with Gangsta Codes. But if we're going to talk about all of the members of Inner City Posse, we might as well hear this. So this is the Inner City Posse interlude.
On the ran down streets of inner city Del Rey.
Every time I hear this, I think it's going to be the music from Streets of Rage at the beginning.
Honestly, hearing this, I mean, you can keep this one in if you want.
Yeah.
This sounds kind of like what they did as the intro to the song Taste on Carnival of Carnage. It's fucking hell, it's just weird to hear this though. And it's almost like he has to really think of what to give these people as titles.
He's also introducing everybody almost as if they are warriors in a team, like Violent J, the Paladin, and Too Dope, the Barbarian, Keeper of the Sacred Sword of Farts.
Too dope, the not gay.
Too Dope, the not gay, keeper away of dicks from his ass.
But
now
yeah,
it's just white noise.
All right.
which I mean was mostly what it was already. You can barely fucking hear what the fuck he's saying.
Yep.
That interlude.
So,
What a time.
but
What
this
a time
one
to be alive.
They
time to
definitely
be alive.
list less people than what are on the prior outro, but still some significant names. So we hear for a fact Violent J, D-Lyrical, Q-Tip and Kid Villain, Lalo, Too Much and Too Dope, MC Bruce Lee, and the Iron Rangers. I don't know if that is a name that's supposed to be there. It just has a question mark. John Rock and Nate the Mack. So Nate the Mack is the one that we hear a lot further on down the line in ICP's.
Nate the Mack, he's
history.
everywhere.
I really
He's
want to know
everywhere.
who
He's
Too
been
Much
everywhere.
is.
So if you look at the if you look on Genius, there is an annotation for that. It doesn't say who the actual person is, but it does say that Too Much and Too Dope were originally the backup dancers for Violent J. But it was later on down the line, I think Too Much had just dropped out. And then Too Dope became Shaggy Too Dope and actually started rapping at that point. So I think there is actually footage of like very, very early ICP where Jay is like, I don't even know if he had face paint at the time. He might have, but he definitely used to wear like one of those clown afro wigs.
Yep.
And there you definitely see he is rapping, and you see Too Dope behind him, and there is another person who I assume is Too Much. They definitely, you could probably find that on YouTube. I know that they aired some clips of that in the recent United State of Insanity documentary that they came out with.
This was the
very, very weird to see those old clips though.
This was the track where I decided that I was going to do a quick look up when I heard Q-Tip again to be like, where the fuck was he from? The
Yeah.
answer is New York.
Yeah, it could
To confirm that he is
definitely
not the
wasn't
Tribe
this.
Called Quest one.
Yeah. So actually, I went ahead and looked up on Genius. I saw that. I saw the annotation that you mentioned. And Violent J's backup dancers is actually hyperlinked to a YouTube video of, I guess, Shaggy and Isham. I'm not going to watch it now because we're recording, but it links to a certain point in the YouTube video that I'm sure probably explains it more. I don't know.
I had my fingers crossed. You said of Shaggy and Isham, and I was like, please say making out. Please say making out. And it's just
just making out. It was the strangest thing.
Just straight
But I'm
up
gonna watch
filleting.
all 15 minutes of it.
And then Isham goes to unzip his pants, and Shaggy was like, I will never suck a dick. Never.
Now hold on.
So actually, there is also an annotation on Genius for Q-Tip and Kid Villain. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read this real quick. I want to know who's the contributor. Mushy Mustard transcribed
Mustard.
this.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
Mustard, you little
So-
scamp.
Q-Tip was mentioned in the ICP on ICP's following album, Basement Cuts. Similarly to this track, the ICP shouts out members of the gang, although since Q-Tip presumably quit the gang between the two albums, he was included on the punk list part of that song. Quote, now for the punk list, you punk motherfucker Q-Tip, you had to slip. Kid Villain is one of the 4 members who was still part of the ICP when the Dog Beats EP was recorded. He can be heard in the skit at the beginning of the title track. So there we go.
Well, there we go. The most interesting one listed to me was D-Lyrical, because I had this theory going into it that I'm like, I don't doubt that these songs were recorded in 89 and 90, but something about the tape all felt wrong to me. I'm like, I don't think they would have called themselves ICP. I don't think D-Lyrical was part of Inner City Posse, but he very clearly calls it out here. And then later on the album, D-Lyrical shouts out Inner City Posse and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I guess that's out the window. So this was the song that proved to me that, at least for the sake of using his karaoke machine, they lumped him in with the Inner City Posse.
He was
This
in the club.
This is my theory, okay? D-Lyrical was fully invested in the Inner City Posse, right? But he couldn't let his mom find out. Okay? So he tells them to downplay it. And when he shouts them out later on the album, that is just, they found like a 15-minute span where his mom had to run to the supermarket. And so they're like, okay, let's get this knocked out. And that's when they did that track.
That's it.
I think that's what it is.
I also
Guys,
think
I want to
this
gangbang
song
with you guys, but please just downplay it around my mom.
It's too bad his mother called him, because now we don't get to be gangbangers. I think this interlude only exists to separate the songs called Gangsta Codes and Gangsta Times, because they couldn't put them next to each other.
Probably, yep.
That sounds about right, yeah. I think it's time for us to move on and have some of these gangsta times for ourselves now. Are we
Let's
ready?
go.
Let's go.
Philosophy of music, that's my category. Hip-hop hustling in the ghetto territory. My story is cold, but it must be told. Started out with the very first man I rolled. A party store owner, became a blood donor. Donated some blood to a dory street corner. I clubbed the old man with a brick on the chin. It was grim, it's a sin, but I'll do it again. Prostitutes want loot, so they can shoot up. What's going up is the end of my boot, bitch. Shut up your ass if you try and confront me. Try and come for me, you'll lie in my trunk, you see. Picked up a Grand River, you never should quiver. Deliver caps, deliver, dump your ass in the river. I killed prostitutes, just a whore acting whore. Violent J will say, man, I'm in a ghetto territory.
My days and ways were well bred. Disbelievers are on their deathbed.
This is actually the track where I had already noticed this before, but this is where I feel like you really get to hear them like one right after the other, without much of a break and all that stuff. And it's where it became really clear to me like how new Jay sounds as far as like rapping goes. Like it sounds he's really like he's clearly been, you know, he's rapped to stuff before, obviously. Like, you know, he'll rap along to songs that he hears and stuff, but it's clear this is the first time that he's really rapping stuff that he himself has written, and he's still kind of just like trying to find it and get his confidence together. Because again, D-Lyrical, the man is clean as fuck.
And let me tell you, I think that that verse that you faded out on, D-Lyrical's verse, I think that was probably his weakest verse on the EP. But still, with that stark contrast, you're right, without much of a break between the two of them, you can really tell how new Violent J is. Especially, so Violent J starts this off talking about killing a guy, right?
Yes.
Actually has some pretty fucking good lines in here. Donated, party store owner became a blood donor, donated some blood to a deli street corner.
It's pretty fucking good.
Sick.
Yes,
that's
that is
fucking
sick.
hard. For as early as a lyricist as he is, that's fucking dope. And he was working with the beat very well at the beginning, and then as soon as he swapped over to talking about killing women, I don't know if passion took over, I don't know if excitement took over, but he immediately lost the groove of the beat and never found it again. He just fell apart because he was just so ready to talk about killing women for some reason, and I just don't understand it.
It's amazing because even through all of like the semi awkwardness in his delivery and stuff, you can still hear a lot of like the later stuff that he drops into, because he still just, he frames he does his best to frame everything he talks about in a story. It's always about the story for him, and he's still doing that here. He's still doing the classic J storytelling. We talk about it all the time. J storytelling, as we say, except here it's just the same story several times about how he killed a guy once.
You know, I think some of the things that you're both talking about stood out to me, and I didn't realize why this was. Like, it starts up and I'm like, this is a sick beat. This is pretty cool. It's really funky. And they're rapping and I'm listening to it. And for some reason, this is the first track where I stopped and thought, this is two kids rapping on a karaoke machine in their basement. Like, I knew that, but I wasn't thinking about it. And this is the first one where I went, oh my gosh, like I hear that, and I stopped and thought about it. And I'm not saying that the song is bad, because I think it's actually one of the more cohesive songs on the album, but it's so clearly evident on this track that it's two kids trying to emulate the rappers that they admire. And there's a certain charm to that in this song, I think, and it's kind of cool.
That was a word that came to my mind a while ago while I was thinking about this album. I think on my second listen, I was coming home from MagFest and I just had this on and I was like, there's a strange charm to this album in the way that it's like recorded and stuff, and just thinking about that, like just fucking around with a goddamn boombox and shit and just jacking beats and just some people who don't necessarily think that anything's going to come of it. It's just, we're just going to put this on tape and throw it at people. Fuck it. There's something. Even if they kind of suck at it.
Mike, what are your thoughts?
I don't honestly have a lot on here. My main notes were that women aren't people. We're still, just hammering that home. And I also just wanted to make a point. Yeah, I just wanted to make a point that D-Lyrical is dope, and I'm not even kidding. I don't fucking care. D-Lyrical is really D-Lyrical. I want to hear more of him on this, and this is clearly this is just like what Insane Clown Posse would become of. It's Violent J. Oh, and also Shaggy 2 Dope is here sometimes.
Except D-Lyrical is actually really good at rapping already.
With D-Lyrical being the far more competent rapper in this instance, do you think Jay was like, man, this guy's too fucking good. I need to find somebody that kind of sucks so I can be the one that's good.
Yeah, I need to distance myself from this talent
I need to look good by association.
Right.
You just called Shaggy 2 Dope the Duff, and I feel very offended for Shaggy 2 Dope.
It's and there's no secret that I really love Shaggy 2 Dope. Sometimes more than Jay. We've talked about it multiple times, right?
Shaggy's always been my favorite.
He's always been fucking dope. But 2 Dope.
2 Dope. Yeah.
2 Dope.
But yeah, it's very much so. this guy, even like I said, this is his worst showing on the EP. Still, it's fucking great, and it leaves me wanting more. Just like early ICP left me wanting more Shaggy 2 Dope, and still current ICP still wants me, leaves me wanting more Shaggy 2 Dope. But this left me wanting more D-Lyrical overall.
That's the interesting thing. Like, whenever I was listening to this, is that D-Lyrical, generally when I was listening to what Violent J was saying, it's like, yeah, I generally understand what Violent J is trying to say or what he's trying to paint here with his words. D-Lyrical, I never really picked up on anything besides like, hey, I'm dope and I rap better than y'all, and that's about it. Like, I never picked up on anything in particular, and a lot of times I'm just like, you're saying a lot of words and you're saying them very cleanly and stuff, but I have no idea what ideas you are trying to impart to me whatsoever, if any. So, but it's very pleasant to listen to. I could hear more of this.
You're right. I mean, in the sense that who is saying more interesting stuff that kind of grabs your attention? Jay. Who is more proficient at the craft? D-Lyrical.
So, Shmeev, are you saying that educating make a facial was too much for me? No smarter pushing cards at the AMP. That's nonsense to you, because that rang loud and clear in my head.
Now that you read that out to me, Aaron, I understand. I'm sorry, D-Lyrical.
D-Lyrical needs me to make people feel like they're stupid if they don't understand his lyrics.
I'm sorry, D-Lyrical. I'm sorry, Mama Lyrical, Papa Lyrical, the Lyrical family. I feel like
you could take any of the Tool memes and just put Aaron in there with D-Lyrical.
I'm just sitting there at the front of his shows like, what, are you fucking dumb? Do you understand that? Do I have to spell it out for you? And then people are like, oh no, I understand now.
You have to have a pretty high IQ to appreciate stupid, D-Lyrical.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, shit. What we mean
Can we listen
is...
to all of Something to Say? Can we listen to the whole thing?
Yeah, sure.
Something to say, stereo my scenario. Boy, I love to put a critic in critical. Fools rave for brave, they're so bold and brave. I start throwing and blowing and showing them to their grave. I don't play no games. Look around now, clown, throw down dirt mountains with the corpses found. After every show, the critics call me a criminal because of who I know, or because of where I go. My main objectives and correctness and collect this pay. It'll play all day. You want to check this? Rappers to inform you I'm a lyrical phantom. Critics against stamp, slam, can them and hand them to the ICP so they can skin the hides. It's critic hunt season, all them suckers died. Then I sit in the shade in the jams I made and laid and played to get paid. They get stirred up like Kool-Aid. Some get fed up. I won't let up. They get set up. We met up and go head up. Then I slam the asses, and they become lyrically lyrical. Surprise. They've been evaporized. See, don't you understand my system is judicial? The ICP is pulling tracks individually. So you can see for me the key to money, tracks and salary. How can it be? A pencil, paper, think around, bring you to conclusion. And start using the scratch for the fusion. What do you get? The shit with wit, I'm singing it. Bit by bit, legit, and hit critics are hating it. Critics can't stop me, music will always play. I got something to say.
So that was a nice listen to the entire track, Something to Say.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Guys,
so
I would love for anybody else but me to start. So
I'll start.
Okay.
Like this. There's a reason that I asked if we could listen to the whole song. Because when this song first started, like, the synapses in my brain started jumping, and I'm like, this reminds me of Lockdown from Basement Cuts, and I fucking love Lockdown. That's my favorite song on that album. And then I'm like, oh my God, Lockdown is a minute long and this is 5 minutes. And I was like, this isn't nearly as good as Lockdown. It's like if Lockdown was half as good and 5 times as long. 5 minutes is more than I'm willing to listen to. I do like that Jay is taking the crime and state of his city a little more seriously, which I think is something I appreciate in a lot of the early ICP albums. But outside that, too much and not enough at the same time.
That's the thing. I don't think he really is.
Here's what we get. There are 3 main points that are discussed in his verses. The first is that ICP is already the most hated band.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of critics. The critics, man.
Yeah, the critics. So that's point 1.
He's talking about us.
How much criticism was Jay getting at this time, and who was criticizing him?
Yeah,
D-Lyrical's mom.
You gotta But they're starting early. That's already referenced when we're getting there. 2, Detroit is bad. We're getting that. That's the entire verse 2. And 3, snitches are bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. That is something to say.
Yeah, that's the thing about
per Violent J.
That's the thing about this era of Violent J. It's that this is a Violent J whose vision extends about as far as his arm can reach. Like, he doesn't actually he does not really view things on any kind of grander scale or anything like that. So whenever he's talking about, the crime and murder rates and stuff in Detroit, he's not talking about that as like a grand social issue. He's saying, listen, the city I come from is hard, and by proxy, that makes me hard as well. Like,
That's
he's
true.
not
But
actually
also,
identifying this as an issue that needs solved per se.
let's
You're
also
not
remember
familiar
that he's
with the
17.
age-old-
Yeah, that's the thing. He is 17. That's part of why that like whenever I was a kid, like, I also could see about as far as my arm could reach. So like
Shmeev. How old was Violent J?
he was
Say it.
17.
It's pretty good. Now, I'll clarify, though. When I say I like that he was taking the crime and state of the city more seriously, I mean it like I appreciate that he was thinking about it or talking about it, even if for the sake of going, like, I'm hard and this is hard, but bringing up social issues in general. But very much, again, this song is like a Golden Goldies track. It's like Knowledge is Golden, because he's trying to be serious, but it's also so corny, it's funny. And also, I'm going to give this song a ton of credit because it's got, for me, by far, the funniest line on the album.
Is it the one? Hang on.
Because Jay tries to do this super fast rhyme where he's like, I do it better because I'm better than the better of the best. And he totally stumbles all over it. It's a mess. And then he steps back and pauses and dunks on himself. He's like, damn, that was fresh. But it sounded like I rewound it like 6 times to listen to it over and over.
I took a note. All I said was, damn, that was fresh. And I was like, you mumbled half the line.
Yeah, it was such a mess. Like, he's like, oh, the rest of the take was good, but I fucked that up. Just keep going. I'm not doing it all again.
Yeah, he was like, God, we are minutes into this thing now. I'm not going back.
See, I'm not even certain that he thinks that he fucked. I think when he said, damn, that was fresh, it's a rhyme to finish off the line. Like, it's in there.
Yeah, I know
rhyme.
I know it was intentional, but he like clearly wrote it. He's like, I'm gonna write this part that's gonna sound hard as fuck, and then I'm gonna finish it out with "Damn, that was fresh." And I just imagine him like doing this and being like, "Damn, that was fresh." Go, fuck. I wish I had landed any of that.
Well, hey, but let me tell you, if you ever fuck up a line, just say, damn, that was fresh with your whole chest.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
I'm going to start it. Next time we play a show, I'm going to do that.
Same.
Yeah. That is the biggest problem, is that he doesn't really say it with his whole chest, and that's why it kind of falls
True.
apart.
He says it with he says it
Slightly
with part of his
deflated.
chest.
This song,
Damn, that was fresh.
for me, 100% was in one ear, out the other. Very forgettable.
I got something to say. Ears turned off immediately.
Hey, Jay, run it by me again, buddy, because I did not get it. I thought that this song was very much so just like everything else.
Yeah. He takes some time to
didn't have
talk up his
anything-
boys again.
It didn't have anything to stand out enough for me to make it memorable. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, Shmeev, can we listen to all of Violent Crimes?
Oh, absolutely. Let's
Can we
let's
listen
kick
to
it.
it twice, actually?
Yeah. I'll put it on loop. Track 9, Violent Crimes. Let's go.
Some smooth.
Man, it's all about violent crimes, you understand?
Bust.
crimes of the ICP. Yo, Jay, take it away, homeboy, lyrically.
The ghetto, yeah, boy, I'm a proud ass resident. I got more boys than the motherfucking president. Watch your mouth back, New Jacks will get jacked. Try to mag, turn your back, homeboy, you get sacked. By 14 of the hottest motherfuckers on the wanted list.
ICP.
Fuck a maestro Swiss. I let his backbone slide out his motherfucking dope. Come across to Detroit, we'll throw your ass in the moat.
Yo, homeboy, you know you're in effect. But what about the crimes? You ain't kicked none yet.
On the ran down streets of Inner City, Del Rey. The once lived a little boy named Violent J. Saw a lot of bad things as a child stayed down. And when he hit 13,
motherfucker went violent.
it's a long list of crimes, yo, that I've done. People must understand it wasn't just for fun. When you're cold at night and there's nothing to eat, you can give a fuck about another sucker's need. Growing up strong, the one next to me was military's hard knock MC Bruce Lee. Hanging at the stadium, just talking and swearing. Punk walks by laughing at what I was wearing. Rich fool was born with silver spoons in his mouth. My brother shoved us so far down the kitchen.
So we open this track with that classic beat that all of us are familiar with from good old Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
That's true, but I will say
There's
this.
also a classic break beat. I mean, there's that too, but you know.
When the beat actually drops into the beat of the song, I was like, where did this come from? This is fucking sick. And I was totally vibing with it. And then I looked at it and I'm like, 7.5 minutes? Fuck this. No way.
I'm gonna hold my phone
You were like,
up to my
God
camera
damn it,
here.
Mike and Shmeev. You have me listening to an insanely long song for no reason.
I'm gonna hold my phone up to the camera here, and I just want you to read what my first line is.
7 minutes. Fuck you.
But did you read the line under that? Beat is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It was. It was a great beat.
Oh man.
So
This was actually
this song,
this was the first time that I really noticed a really odd beat loop at 1 minute and 40 seconds. There's a very noticeable extra, like it's straight up an extra beat happens in it, which is impressive because like for the rest of these, I have never really noticed a beat loop. They've all been pretty clean. The beats never really felt like it dropped or anything like that. This is the one time in the entire thing where I was like, an extra beat has happened, and it's not even like a weird half a beat. It is a full extra beat that you hear, and I'm like, that's still impressive that they managed that for these.
Yeah, this was clearly a 3 minute 45 second song, and they were like, we need it to be longer. Just do it again at the end.
Yeah.
So the premise of this song is Violent J listing every member of ICP's crimes that I guess they're notorious for. But I just want to make a note of one of my favorite lines. Jay starts rapping for a few bars, and all of a sudden, D-Lyrical shows back up. Yo, homeboy, you know you're in effect, but what about the crimes? You ain't kicked none yet. That is too dope of like, I'm sorry, what was that? And Jay was like, don't worry about my shit, just rap. Like, D-Lyrical already calling out Violent J being, yo, this is going to be a long song as is. Can you just fucking like get your shit out? Let's do it.
Right. Yeah, I noted that like it's not trade-offs, but D-Lyrical does take a few odd lines in the beginning of this, which is very interesting for, you know, what this album was.
Mostly to pop in and say ICP or Inner City Posse kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it.
But also, at some point, Jay says, I see crew. And I was like, ICC? Ooh. The IC. What if they ended up being the ICC? That would have been weird.
Insane clown collaboration.
No, only on featuring Freshness.
I like how Q-Tip, I guess he ends up stealing your couch, but it seems like a big portion of his crime is he just peeps on you at night.
Pees on you?
Yes, pees on you. He might pee on you. It didn't really go into that, but, you know. And my boy Q-Tip, he pisses on your face.
Maybe.
Cut it in there, guys.
I was wondering prior to knowing how this was recorded, I was wondering whose cuts were going on there, and then I heard them repeated whenever it looped, so they were just on the original fucking track. So that was answered for me pretty quickly.
They were. I noticed it too, and I'm like, these record scratches are weird. I also noticed D-Lyrical, who doesn't swear, says that Jay is fucking it up, and I rewound it. I'm like, nope, he actually says that.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
I thought I caught that. Yeah.
Mama Lyrical was at the store at the time.
She was.
That's why, and that was when Jay decided to totally trash her when he talks about his raps being mean and uncalled for, and then he said, like, what, the fuck you and your mother's a whore.
Yeah.
He dropped that right on D-Lyrical.
Also, both of them talk mad shit on Hazel Park. Like, again, that's the crew that fucked up Jay's mom's house and had him leaving town. But I was like, wow, this song wraps up at about 5 minutes. And then there's just 2.5 minutes of instrumental, which is a very early ICP thing to do. They don't know how to end a fucking song. It just keeps going.
No. I mean,
aside from being too
it's
long,
like
sick.
It's kind of like a classic Joker card ending, really.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up, like I even put this.
It's
in
like
my
it's
notes.
like the track "Bang Pow Boom." There's just instrumental for those last 2 minutes.
I put this in my notes. I would see myself putting, because when I listen to this type of music, it's usually like at the gym, right? So I could see myself putting this on at the gym and not even realizing that it's 7 minutes and just zoning it out, but still being in the, like, feeling the right vibe, because it's objectively, I think, a decent song for what it is. The record scratches, though, as you two have previously talked about, they are abomination. They are terrible.
Not good.
That was the really weird thing about them, is that, like, they're so prominent in the mix that it sounds like they were added in after the thing. But no, they were clearly just on the original track because they loop with it. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, no, they are so incredibly forward in the mix. I don't understand it at all.
I think it'd be really bad to be working out with this though, because if you're lifting and that extra beat drops on you, you're gonna need a spotter real fucking quick on that. It's gonna fuck up your rhythm.
But that's the truth.
As far as the record scratches, for all we know, maybe Too Dope was there because he was doing like record scratching at the time. Maybe he was there. Had a fucking turntable, and Jay just fucking shoved a mic.
That's possible,
like, right in front of the fucking thing. You don't know. Like,
I mean, he would have had to do that like prior to him rapping on it, because then like it gets looped perfectly. Like he doesn't. It's not like a second set of cuts that happens again. It's the same cuts that repeat.
Yeah,
whenever
he
they
would
do
have had
that.
to do it on the original, and then they take that. Like you were saying, Eric, earlier, they layered it, right?
Yeah.
The scratches at the end, which I think is scratches, there's some sort of sound. It seems unique in that instrumental outro of it, which kind of kept my attention. And maybe if I listened again, I go, no, that was there in the first loop through too.
Maybe I don't.
Honestly, I'll say, even though we kind of lit this song up for being 7.5 minutes, it didn't feel like a 7.5 minute song. Like, I'm not going to turn it on all the time, but I wasn't super angry about the length.
Yeah. I didn't really notice, honestly.
But then when it, like, by the end of it, I was like, that actually wasn't horrible.
Same.
It's very strange.
This is literally just a precursor to their cover of Freaky Tales, where they just list people and the unique things about them. Don't you give that look.
Now, I will say, I am going to knock this song. I'm going to knock this song because this is a very dangerous precursor to something that we have been hounding ICP for what, almost 2 years now, Eric? Mm-hmm. And that is, this is the origin story of the let's make an incredibly long song for no reason.
Just for the fuck of it.
For the fuck of it.
You gotta have them every now and then. You absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to loop one song fully twice and figure something out for it until you get to the last 2 minutes of the last time it goes on. I understand. We all have that. We've all done that in our past.
I've been there. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is a super relatable thing that everybody can relate to.
Always.
But I think this is it, guys.
This
I think it's
this
time to
very
move on.
well. This very well might be it.
Last track. D-Day.
Holy shit!
D-Day.
Why does this seem so familiar?
No clue,
D-Day.
but I'm loving it.
3, 2, 1. D-Day just begun. D-Day, you're becoming dreary. Felt the power of the rhyming fury. Setting the pace with a lethal mind. A selected rhyme, one of a kind. And for this, you waited far too long. Settle, son, from the words of tongue. I don't know the people crave it. In disbelief, there ain't no mistaking. Cause the D to the Lyrical pumps the project as if you couldn't tell. But now you know, comprehend what I mean. Addicted to the noise as if you were a fiend. But you can care less just as long as it feels good. No, I'm glad that that's understood. Point out, this drug is, for instance, a matter of material. Yes, that's a substance addicted to your brain, and there will remain a part of you, driving you insane like crack. For those that can't deal with it, step back. For those that want a real hit, give me a clap. And I'll feed you the remedy, cures your hunger, vital to your memory. Heed these words that I say, true to the fact, it's D-Day. 3, 2, 1, D-Day just begun.
How can you say it's just begun at like halfway into the song?
Oh, I mean, it's only been like a minute, so.
Yeah.
Speaking of halfway into the song, this song is only 2 minutes and 41 seconds, and I appreciate the shit out of that.
This is the same beat as Wizard of Delray.
It is.
Yep.
Recycled.
Yep.
They should have just looped it back to back, and they both do their verses.
And it's arguably a better use of the instrumental.
Well, see, this was again during Mama Lyrical's trip to the store, so he was allowed to swear on this, and he does quite a bit.
He says
he was
bitch
like, hey,
and bullshit.
You know that beat that you did all the Wizard of Oz bullshit on? Can you put that back on? Because my mom's at the store and I got 15 minutes.
And I can do some real shit with it.
Yeah. They literally obviously recorded these in order, and by the end, D-Lyrical is really feeling like, you know what, I am part of ICP, I am hard. I can use swear words too.
And then that was
I
it.
can use swear words too, Mom.
You think they ran out of beats, or do you think this was planned? Or do you think they were not both meant to be on this tape? Like, what do you think actually happened there?
It's tough to say. It's so weird because obviously Jay is exclusively on Wizard of Delray, right? And D-Lyrical takes the majority.
Well, he's the only one on this one. This is all D-Lyrical.
All, you're right. Yeah, all.
It does not feel like they intentionally reprose Wizard of Delray here.
No.
That's Aaron's.
I think that D-Lyrical just wanted a solo track, and they didn't have any other beats, so
and
he
it's
was
his
just like, "Hey man,
karaoke
sorry."
machine." So
yeah, I'm gonna just reuse this one that you did earlier.
This is going to be lost on Aaron, but I'm curious to see Mike and Shmeev what you think about this. For some reason, listening to this track, the one track that's fully dedicated to D-Lyrical, and just listening to some of his lyrics and cadences and his tone, there was something that really reminded me of Jump Steady here. I couldn't say why that is, but I felt like I was listening to like the Chaos Theory album a little bit, because I feel like Jump Steady uses some similar styles and cadences and Jump Steady's good at writing intelligent, more complex rhymes and lyrics, and there was just something about that felt similar to me.
I can feel that, especially in like, he has that, it's that tone of voice, the accent of the guy trying to sound cool that they both seem to have.
Yes.
And, you know, it's like, I'm the cool, intelligent guy, and this is the voice this is my real voice, definitely. And
Jump Steady has an accent that I could never figure out. I'm like, what is this accent?
Right.
I also think a big part of it is, now I don't really know what D-Lyrical's background is, and you know, we understand that D-Lyrical at this point, he's doing something similar to what a lot of the, you know, basically popular music at the time was, where Violent J is more like, he's more affinity to gangster rap.
Yeah.
And we know what Violent J is for sure trying to sound like, and he continues to do so.
Yep.
My thing is I don't know what D-Lyrical's actual like upbringing and background was. Was he just doing rap for fun? Because when you're making the comparison with Jumpsteady, the way I see it is Jumpsteady does not come from a rap background. So he is obviously writing lyrics and, you know, even doing stuff with ICP over the years. He's really just trying to do something that makes sense with the context that he's given. Him showing up on, what was it, Taste, I think was the first thing he actually rapped on, you know, which is a cool fucking verse, and it's very personal to him compared to what he does later on his own solo stuff on Chaos Theory, on Master of the Flying Guillotine. The joke that I always heard was he sounds like a history teacher who is trying to sound hip to his students.
Maybe.
And I'm wondering, maybe D-Lyrical was not really raised around rap, but he has a general kind of idea of it, and this is his best attempt at trying to recreate that. So I totally get what you're saying about maybe drawing some comparisons with him and what eventually Jumpsteady would more sound like later on down the line.
Based on...
Although, I was going to say, some of Jumpsteady's stuff is pretty badass, legit. It's not just like a history teacher trying to sound cool. Some of it's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, I'm not saying that, like, the actual track, Chaos Theory is dope shit.
So good.
The track, the title track, Master of the Flying Guillotine, love that fucking song. Yeah. But, like, it's funny to hear him, like, we fucking, like, gush over Ninjas in Action. A track is a goddamn work of art. But almost everybody, like, in their very short verses, still sound like what they normally would on that track. But Jumpsteady is so, like, he is rapping a very AB style, and that is just Jumpsteady. That's how he is. And what I'm hearing from D-Lyrical here is also very similar.
Yeah.
But again, they didn't really have, like, Jumpsteady didn't have that rap background. He kind of just did it because, well, hey, I'm working with Psychopathic. Maybe I should just do something. And I wonder what D-Lyrical, you know, did just normally before he decided, oh, I'm going to try and do this rap thing.
Yeah, we have no experience or knowledge of his history. I mean, his mom just might have let him listen to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, and that's where he learned. I don't know.
Exactly.
See, like, you're talking about that, it's like, what's his background? Well, if you're to believe Jay, apparently it's Heavy D and the Boys. It's clean rap only.
Yeah. The girls, they love me.
Well, I mean, we'll get all these answers soon whenever we get an interview with the guy, because he's definitely going to be on one of our shows. I'm going to make sure that happens.
Well, we'll have to make another crossover so we can all get our questions in.
No, if we can get D-Lyrical on, I think it's safe to say we are all four going to bombard him.
Absolutely.
On an epic crossover episode of two podcasts that he probably has no knowledge about or drive to listen to.
I'm sure he regularly listens to both. Come on.
You think?
Oh, he's gotta.
Yeah. At least his mom does.
Doesn't, because she is going to hate me.
But this is definitely, this is a highlight track in my opinion. I fucking love it. Oh yeah, and It's so simple, it's so dumb, but I love the countdown at the end of his verses. It's a nice little cap off.
That was actually one thing that, like, kind of bothered me at the beginning of it, was because, like, you know, he does like 3, 2, 1, D-Day's just begun, and then there's a break, and then he does his verse, and that, like, if I hear something like that, that's like, that is revving up a verse for me. You know,
that you start right into
3,
it there.
2, 1, D-Day's just begun, and then you hop right the fuck in. You've revved up the verse, and then you can't let it sit. You gotta fucking peel out and go for it.
But with that said, it's kind of as close as we get to a memorable or catchy hook on these songs.
Oh my god, yeah.
What do you mean? Violent J's the Mack.
Oh right, yeah.
I was about to say hard disagree, but
legitimately the only other hook on this entire fucking CD.
Are you fucking listening at all? Do you have ears? Are you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What an idiot! I'm so stupid.
Jesus Christ!
But
Settle
guys,
down.
Listen, to make up for it, I need you to listen to Violent J the Mack 5 times in a row after this.
is that your penance?
Yes.
That's the penance.
5 Hail Marys and 5 Violent J the Mack.
Damn.
Can
Hail
I alternate
Marys.
them or?
Okay, like in the football sense or in the religious sense?
You have to
gotta
throw
throw
5
5
Hail
Hail
Mary touchdowns.
They have to be completions or they don't
They
count.
have to be completions.
You
And
have to
then
throw to completion.
No. Completion, then throw ropes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, usually when I'm throwing something, I've already completed.
Yeah.
Well, guys, on that note,
On that note,
guys,
that's
I think
the
it's
album.
time
That-
to talk about
that was intelligence and violence.
overall. What do you
front
what do
to
y'all
back,
think?
side to side.
What do y'all think of this in an
All three
overall
butts.
sense? All three.
In an overall sense,
Yeah.
it's weird for me to listen to these early albums like this and Basement Cuts and hear Jay's voice sound so low, because in the early ICP albums, especially like the early to mid 90s stuff, so much of his and Shaggy's vocal tones are higher pitched and sharper enunciation. And this almost feels more like where Jay has landed now than where they were going. It's such a weird thing to me, but overall, given when this came out and how it was recorded, I think it's pretty fucking good. Like, if I was a label A&R at the time and I was looking, like, rap is blowing up, we've got multi-platinum records, and I was looking for acts and I heard this record, I'd track these kids down. Like, the songwriting's not great. There's not a lot of catchy hooks or anything like that. Fuck you, Aaron, you're wrong. But with a good producer, I could hear where this was headed, overall. And because we do this show and because I'm a fan of ICP, this is a cool novelty album to listen to. It's an interesting time capsule. It's not the kind of thing I'm going to come back to and listen all the time, but it's cool. I don't know, if when it came out, if I had heard it, I would have liked it or not. But I do think for a very shitty independent recording, it felt pretty of its era and surprisingly good. Those are my thoughts.
Here's the deal. It's no secret that I am very much so. I favor the early ICP stuff. This is no different. I think that this is great. I really think that this is a lot of fun to listen to. It has its issues. You can tell that Jay is still very inexperienced, obviously. But I think that also kind of adds to the charm and adds to the underground nature of how this sounds, right? And it makes it sound like it makes it sound authentic. It does. You can record something and with the right production make it sound underground. But I think the fuck ups and the mumbling through hard lines, and even like the weird fucking splicing of together. Sorry, D-Lyrical's mom for the F-bomb. Splicing things together. I think that all of that sort of adds to the charm of what this is and adds to the story and adds to the history of it. And so for that, I heavily enjoy this. Even the fuck ups on this album, I feel like to an extent add to the charm of the album. And Violent J the Mack is a masterpiece. So,
Well, there you go, everybody. Unlike the vast majority of people, Aaron is out on an island alone, preferring the early ICP stuff.
Crucify me if you want. Crucify me if you want. But I know I have people on my side.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I typically when it comes to traveling back in time like this, I was not looking forward to listening to this album in any way whatsoever. However,
I'm sorry.
However, I'm not finished, Mike. You shut your fucking mouth until I'm done. However,
Do you guys see what I deal with?
I was kind of like blindsided because like, no, it's not a good album at all. It's fucking bad. But the sound is like fresh to my ears and stuff. And there's interesting stuff in here. Like I listened to this and like one of the things I wrote for the very last track D-Day was like, these kids are like 12, so there's not much substance to be found. I can't expect much substance to be found. So like there is that charm to it of this like being like kids who don't really know what they're doing per se, just fucking doing a thing. And you know, it comes out being pretty cool. Like it was a solid listen. It was a very easy listen. Every single one of them. Like it wasn't like, it doesn't overstay its welcome. Well, it might overstay its welcome, but it didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome too much. It was easy to get through. And you know, it's simple. I like the beats on it and stuff. So if you're not really paying much attention, like everything's pretty cool. And like their flows are all right. Jay's, you know, rough, but it's interesting to hear kind of the beginnings of where some of the stuff that you'll hear from him later came from, and that like you can see the seeds that one day sprout into a big dumb clown that just does the big dumb clown shit
with penis toes.
Yeah, with penis toes, with penis toes in his size 10 boots. It's, you know, it was something. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty fun listen actually. Like I'm with Aaron on this. I think this is fucking garbage, but I enjoyed listening to it well enough. I probably again won't really listen to it again, but you know, the listens I got were okay.
Shmeev, welcome to the island, baby. We're happy to have you.
Mike.
So this album really is a time capsule. There's no other way to look at it. This record being something that I never had listened to prior to us, getting ready to record this. I mean, it's been available. You could find recordings, online prior, but I never did mostly because of Violent J himself in Behind the Paint saying this album sucks, and yet. Okay, they're going to press copies and sell it at a show for
because money.
Because money. This has been a very interesting listen. And, I'm definitely the kind of person where I'm like, oh my God, if I can't hear everything perfectly, then it's not gonna attract my attention. And
I forgot to do that bit at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah, I know. I figured. Really having to stare at genius and piece together what's being said, was very interesting. And it was definitely fun to hear very early Jay before there was any hint of clowniness to him. And working with D-Lyrical, who I think fucking shines on this, like no joke. But seeing what Violent J started out as, to see him eventually progress into being somebody who is a platinum selling artist nowadays, Billboard charting artist. It's definitely humble beginnings. And, however they figured out creating this album is a goddamn miracle, I think, by their own merit. But, this is definitely, should every Juggalo hear this record? I don't think most people are going to give a shit. But I think it is a very niche little record that I'm sure some people can appreciate. And I'm glad that we took a look at it. And I'm very, very glad and lucky that you guys, again, took the time to do so with us. This has been a fucking joy.
Oh, I had a fantastic time doing this. 100%. Yeah, no, I'm happy that we were able to do this. I'm sure... Erik, if you would have sent us the files, I'm sure Erik and I would have probably gotten to this and reviewed it ourselves. But I think by reviewing it, all four of us together, it made it 100 times better and more enjoyable.
Way better.
Which is great. Shmeev, I think it's funny that so you said that you forgot to do. There's a bit that you forgot to do at the beginning. I also had a bit that I forgot to do at the beginning. How fun is that?
Damn it!
I was going to act like this was recorded in order, and I was going to talk about how we were ICP with We, and we're 2 months into the pandemic and can't wait for it to end in a month.
God damn.
It's
Regrets.
gonna be great.
Well, we'll record that. We'll record that at the end, and then we'll put it back at the beginning because we record out of order. Yeah.
Right. I mean, we always do
Erik
our.
is still living in Dallas.
Yeah.
The pandemic is almost over, and it just started. Great.
It's the Pulp
Now, I know we
Fiction
already
of podcasts.
Yeah. I would say I know we already recorded this stuff at the very beginning, but normally at the end of our episodes we pick our favorite song and then put them on our playlist, which we can't do because it's a Spotify playlist and this isn't there.
Right.
But we also award Fagos to an album.
Yes.
And we love, I mean, obviously you guys always talk about what your I think you do top and bottom tracks, right?
We
Three
do our
faves
top,
and one to
top
take out.
three and one to remove.
So let's play that half of it your way, and then we'd love to have you be part of our Fago scoring.
Oh, sure.
Let's
my goodness.
intermingle. I think I have a track that
be tough.
I have a clear favorite, least favorite, and remove.
Yeah, same.
All right.
All right. Well, why don't you guys throw those out?
So you do
so
your
we're gonna
top.
start. Okay.
You do your top three and then kick one out. Three
Top
three
three,
stay
yeah,
one
we-
go.
one.
Yeah,
Three
top-
top and one go. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my
Okay.
top three.
I mean,
Gangsta Times, Violent Crimes, Intelligence and Violence are my three favorite, I would say, and the interlude is the one that's got to go.
All right.
I would say Violent J's the Mac, Intelligence and Violence, and honestly, I'm just gonna go straight up Wizard of Del Rey, because I've loved all of them before, and I love this one. Yeah,
What are you kicking off?
I mean, same as you. I'm kicking off that interlude. It sucks.
Okay, sick.
It's awful. Yeah, no. Everything else I liked.
Interestingly enough, similar to Aaron, I'm going to take Intelligence and Violence. I will, in fact, take Violent J's the Mac. I don't know what it is about it. It came
art.
on.
That's what it is. It's
It
art,
came
and we
on the
have
way
better
home
taste.
as I was taking off, as I was hitting an exit to go and get some McDonald's because I hadn't eaten anything like all fucking day, and my body was like, hey dude, you need to get some food and or drink in you like right the fuck now. And I was like, all right, we're stopping this McDonald's, and Violent J's the Mac is playing, and I'm feeling fucking delirious. I have 3 to 4 more hours of a drive in front of me, and my brain is scrambled, and I'm like, it's tight. Yeah.
Did you order a Big Mac? While you listened to
didn't.
Violent
I
J's
just
the
got
Mac?
I
Did
just
you
got some
order-
nugs, actually.
You should have gotten a Violent A's the
Oh, wait.
Mac.
That wasn't the nug stop. That was the bathroom stop. I just really needed to piss, and I just stopped at the McDonald's. I got
McDonald's
nugs
are
from a
great
different
piss
stop. But after, I'd probably also take. I think I might go with D-Day, honestly, for my third one. If I was gonna throw something off, I mean, I could go with the interlude, but I usually try to avoid like interludes and intros and stuff like that because that just feels like that feels cheap. So
Well, we're cheap.
I'm saying you guys
I
are
love
cheap,
being-
cheap motherfuckers. Something to say can go away.
That's fair.
Honestly, if I wasn't gonna kick off the interlude, I think that'd probably be my next one. It was pretty uninteresting to me.
I think that my list is actually exactly the same as Shmeev. I got Intelligence and Violence. For some reason, I have Violent J's the Mac. I think just for the sake of stupidity. And D-Day, I fucking love that track. And the one to remove was a bit difficult. I was really tempted on Gangsta Codes strictly for the dog line.
I was going to say, that's the,
True,
if I
that's
can't
true.
kick off the interlude, I'm kicking off Gangsta Codes because of the dog line.
That's true.
That it's either that or something to say, but
I thought you were
Inner
going to
City
say
Posse
you.
got
know
the
what?
dog line.
I thought you were saying
You know
Violent
what?
J's the Mac makes your top 3, but also you'd get rid of it.
Violent J's the Mac wasn't my top 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's your top 3, but also you get rid of it at the same time.
You know what? No, it is Gangster Codes. Violent J, fuck you for killing a dog. That makes me so fucking angry.
All right, so when we score an album, we score on categories: music and beats, lyrics and flows, re-listenability, and overall vibe. And each one of them can get anywhere from 0.5 up to 5 Fagos. How many Fagos would you give for each category? And then we just average it out and find out what the overall score is. So we'll just go down the line. And
before that, Erik,
don't tell me anything. Motherfucking don't tell me anything.
Did you give out your official personal favorite track, or I know you gave out your top 3. What would you consider your personal favorite? If this could go on the playlist, what song would you put on the playlist? What would be your favorite track to go on?
Gangsta Times, I guess.
Okay. So on the playlist, just act like Gangsta Times and Violent J the Mack is on there.
Yeah, if you're listening to the playlist, stop, go to YouTube, find those 2 songs, listen to them,
tracks,
then come back.
And go to YouTube whenever you want, because you're probably listening to it on shuffle, so really they could come up realistically at any point.
Just randomly choose a time. Set yourself a timer and just
it can come up in the middle of another song.
Exactly.
Listen to it at the same time as another song.
Everybody knows that shuffling a playlist means taking bits and pieces of songs and just putting them in random order.
Yeah.
Guys, you know what I'm going to do? You know what I will do? I'm going to spend some time one day on the official Juggalo Judgment YouTube. I am going to make the ICP With We playlist.
Oh shit.
I will take all the songs because
I'm down.
you can just have, if people uploaded the fucking just put
and they did.
track to a video, I'll fucking do it.
Whoa.
So people who don't have to just listen on Spotify, if you got YouTube and you can just have that in the background, there you fucking go.
Now we're fucking talking.
One day it will be up there.
All right. Now it's time to score this bitch. So, music and beats. I am going to give music and beats a 3, and here's why. Even though all the slow beats and all the fast beats sound similar, there's about 25% I actually like, but considering their resources, I'm fucking impressed. Aaron?
I went very positive with this as well. I actually also gave it a 3. I wanted to give it a 3.5, but since 2 of the songs are the exact same beat, I had to sort of hit him a little bit for that. But yeah, I gave him 3.
How many Fagos, Shmeev, would you give it?
I actually was leaning on a 3.5 for this. I liked a lot of the beats on this, despite the reuse of one of them. And I thought they sounded pretty good for the, for what they were working with. And, I was sinking into it again. Like, this was on a long car ride that I listened to this, and I was like kind of just, I was flowing with this. It was fine. It was pretty solid.
All right. Mike?
Okay. You know what? Hearing you 2 give 3s, and I was originally leaning toward a 3.5. I was like, maybe you guys are right, but Shmeev has me vindicated. So I'm also going to lean to a 3.5 because I think they had a great selection of tracks that they used. I don't hate the fact that they used one twice because it's a good fucking beat. So
oddly enough, beat that I like the least.
I'll give you that, yeah.
So I'm okay with hearing it twice.
All right. So lyrics and flows. I'm going to say across the board, the flows were better than I expected, especially from D-Lyrical. And honestly, the lyrics range from unexpectedly clever to so corny it's laughable. But again, I know it sounds like I'm just saying the same score because I am. I gave this a 3. Aaron?
I gave this a 2.5. And I had to hit him a little bit. D-Lyrical actually saved this from probably being closer to a 2, because of how impressive he was. Jay, for how young and inexperienced he is, and for the way that they recorded this, decent outing, middle of the road outing, considering all those factors. I think that he had some clever lines. I think that this is, like Shmeev mentioned early on, this is the early days of him storytelling and doing a pretty damn good job of it. But he just never really was able on any song to consistently find the pocket of the beat, stay on beat, not jumble up too many syllables into one beat. You know what I mean? Like and it's not because he's bad. It's not because of anything like that. It's just because of his inexperience and the fact that they were recording this on a karaoke machine that clearly you could not have any sort of click track to stay on the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I will admit I am heavily weighting this based on the conditions and the era and their experience, because if they dropped this today, I would score it much lower. But probably still higher than I scored Fearless Fred Fury. Shmeev, what did you give Lyrics and Flows?
I actually was I was on that 2.5 stuff. 2.5 is where I'm gonna have to land on this. Mostly as Aaron said, a lot of it, was the D-Lyrical, very impressive for what he's doing, but even a lot of his stuff is still kind of just babbling some nonsense, but very rhythmically. And Jay in a similar way, babbling nonsense, but less rhythmically. And, following this while I'm reading Genius, and a lot of the times whenever Genius has stuff fucked up, I'm like, what the fuck? How could you even possibly hear this? But in this case, I honestly, even with the state of all of these songs on Genius looking like they were typed by a stenographer who was being fucked at the time while listening to this album live, I was like, yeah, I understand exactly why all of these question marks are splattered all over this fucking screen, because God knows what the fuck is being said here.
Fair enough. All right, Mike, how would you score Lyrics and Flows?
It's gonna be a 2.5. And it's brought down because of Jay. If we would have had significantly more D-Lyrical on here, if we were given half, an even half amount of Violent J and D-Lyrical, this would probably have pushed me like a full point above. But unfortunately, with there being so much Violent J and this being Violent J who is not nearly experienced enough, he does have some clever stuff here and there. As fucking dumb as the track is, Violent J's The Mack does have some, again, early shit that we would later hear being far more prominent in Insane Clown Posse. So I do, in a weird way, give props for that. But the rest of it is very paint by numbers for Jay at the time. And again, I really just wanted to hear more D-Lyrical because he clearly knew what the fuck he was doing, at least to a greater extent than Jay did.
Yeah, if D-Lyrical didn't get too doped on this album, it would have been an easy 3.5.
Hashtag too doped.
All right, so next category is re-listenability. This basically means how likely are you to come back and listen to this again?
What's the lowest score you can give this again?
A 0.5,
just
technically.
For, okay, I just need, for research purposes, this
0.5 up to 5. I enjoyed listening to this once. Well, I actually listened to it 3 times. I enjoyed listening to it for this episode and going back to hear it and going, oh, cool, that was neat to hear. I am never going back to listen to this recreationally. I gave it a 1.
I
Aaron?
just think out of... I mean, not even nostalgic purposes, but I just think out of, like, wanting to be fun and funny purposes, I might go back and listen to Violent J the Mack a few times. Outside of that, it was fun to hear, and overall, like, this is gonna tank the Fago score for this whole EP for all of us, I think, because I think we all can say that this was very fun to listen to and decent for what it was at the time, but none of us are gonna go back and listen to this often. None of us here are gonna give this a fucking 5, right? I'm going with a 2 because I now have the files, and I think that it'd be if I come across them on my computer, I'll be like, oh, haha, yeah, and then play them. But that's pretty much the gist of it.
Fair enough. Shmeev, how likely are you to re-listen to this album?
I will shock the world by giving this a 1.5 because I could almost see myself, like, whenever I think about intelligence and violence, for whatever reason, it might just be the beat that's really fucking fresh and stuff, and I like hearing it. But you know, it's good stuff. And Violent J's the Mack, the beat is stuck in my head like right fucking now. Like I hear that fucking robot voice thing. Exactly. It's fucking ridiculous. But you know,
right.
it's in there, so I could see myself listening to it, even if it's just to exercise it, and you know that counts.
All right. I'm curious. That's absolutely a reason to re-listen to something. If it's stuck in your head and you need to hear it to get it out, that's reason enough to re-listen.
I did that with a Creed song last week.
Gross.
So yeah.
Mike?
No, like 100%.
Was that from your TikTok?
It 100% was that fucking TikTok that I recorded.
Yep.
I was like, now I have to listen to the whole stupid song. Not stupid though. I actually fucking love Creed. Fuck you guys. Mike, re-listenability, what you got?
So this is actually very interesting because since these are graded basically on a 0.5 scale, there are 10 tracks, which means there are 10 different scores that you could really have for this.
That's true.
And I have to think about this in the sense that I chose 3 tracks that I really actually enjoyed hearing and would listen to out of context. The rest of this album, probably not. I would not more than likely put this on beginning to end. This is something that is fun as like us 4 here listening, like, hey, let's throw this on as a goof and fucking roast it or whatever. It would be funny to listen. Like, would you pop this in when you're driving to the gathering just to be funny? Maybe. But I am not going to put on this whole fucking record and listen to it beginning to end. I'm giving us a higher score than I thought because those 3 tracks that I really fucking like and would consider listening to them out of context more. So I will give this a 1.5.
Yeah.
0.5
That is
per
a-
track.
That is a big
Respectable.
problem that comes in with the not being able to understand a fucking word that says that you can't really rap along with a lot of this, and that really does impact some of it in terms of listenability because it's fun to rap along with songs that you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, this is really something that you have in the background and you're just like
Vibing, yeah.
bumping and vibing. But yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way to play these over and over again so I can memorize the lyrics.
If this was on Spotify, I would take the 3 songs that I chose and put them on some sort of workout playlist that had 50 songs, 50 other songs that are across like a bunch of different genres. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where my
Oddly specific, Aaron. Very specific.
I would. I mean, I like to like listen to this type of shit when I work out, you know?
Okay. Just 50 songs of different genres and then these 3.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, other songs in this type of genre as well, Erik.
Okay, overall vibe is our last category. And this is ranking the cohesive vibe of this album and how you enjoyed that overall vibe. For me, I think that the beats take me back to 1990, and that's kind of a fun thing to listen to. However, this album is so tonally inconsistent, and there are repeating verses and repeated instrumental tracks. Like, I kind of don't know what to do with it. It's fun on one regard. It's messy on another. I don't know which one outweighs the other, but I put it dead in the middle. I gave it a 2.5 as far as the overall vibe, because the vibe of the album is pretty fun. But Aaron, what did you give it?
So this one was definitely difficult for me because I thought back about the reused beats. I thought back about the reused lines, reused verses even, much like you did. And I thought, how much can we did they did not sit down and say, let's make a cohesive piece of music that 4 guys in 30 years are going to talk about.
But they should have.
On a Wednesday night, right? Like they don't they did this to fucking hand out to their friends and their buddies and to like, yo, listen to this dope shit that me and D-Lyrical cooked up in his basement. Like it was pretty you know what I mean? Like, and so
Yeah.
the vibe in that regard, if I were to get handed this tape by somebody and say, hey, listen to this shit, it's like just some people are fucking around. They got some good stuff here, and I put it on. Overall vibe, pretty fucking good. But in the sense of now at least one of these individuals is a professional musician on a very large scale. This is a train wreck of mess, right? But I ended up going middle of the road, just like you, Eric, because I can't really fault them too hard for that. Again, they did this with zero intention of anybody critically looking at it. I think, for real, like there's no way.
So what, you went 2.5?
2.5, yes.
Okay, perfect. Shmeev, how would you rank the overall vibe of Intelligence and Violence?
I do feel in a strange way that this is a weirdly cohesive album in that all of the tracks are, it's just some fucking dork trying to be hard in the basement of his friend who is another dork who's trying to be hard but in a smart way. These tracks do very much have a cohesive narrative through them, and I'm trying to be a gangsta and I'm not, and I'm just some dude who steals car stereos and gets arrested repeatedly for it. So it all comes together, and all the beats, they're very much of that time, and they feel like they belong together. And, the tracks flow very well. The way that I listen to this most of the times was on a YouTube video that was just all one track, and it just kept fucking going, and one right into another. It all flows pretty smooth and works. And again, you can put this on, you can fucking vibe to it in the background. But if you pay any attention to it, goddamn, Jesus fucking Christ. So I will put this right down the middle of the fucking road with a 2.5. I see.
Now, I will say, you bring up a good point, actually, Shmeev, and that is, I was not able to listen to them running into each other because in Dropbox, I had to manually click over to the next song, press play for the both times. And that's something that I didn't even consider, is the merging of them, like how their cohesion, just playing one right into the other. So that's an interesting point. I'm glad that you were, at least one of us in the four here was able to listen to it in that regard. All
right, Mike?
I think that, anything I say is really just going to reiterate what the three of you have said. They had a fantastic selection of beats, and what they did with them works, I guess is the word. Works, ? And because of that, I don't know that we could really consider anything other than a fairly middle of the line score for this. So I will, to round it all out, give a 2.5.
Well, in retrospect, now that you mention the selection of beats, I just now realized I didn't consider this before. But they had the fucking Tony Hawk beat, and they didn't fucking use it for anything. Fuck this goddamn album. 0. What a piece of shit.
Okay, well,
Eric,
they reused a beat instead of using the Tony Hawk beat for a fucking track. What are they doing? Do they even have a fucking brain between the two of them? Christ almighty.
Then 0 Fagos for this album.
Across the board,
entirely. Not even it supersedes every other score that we've already said. It's just a 0 for disregarding.
Everything that we have just spent 15 minutes doing is all meaningless now. Yeah.
Here's the sound of 0 Fagos cracking.
Shmeev gave it a 0 Tony Hawk score. So
perfect.
Okay, so our scores averaged comes out to 2.469, which makes this a 2.5 Fago release.
Damn.
Congratulations to nothing but Intelligence and Violence itself.
Right?
For the very middle of the road 2.5 Fagos. I hope you enjoy that.
For the extremely middling first outing from Violent J.
Holy shit.
Damn. His first third album.
I'm going to say this. That is a significantly higher score than I thought this was going to get.
I thought so
don't
too.
lie, baby.
Yeah, I thought it would be lower.
I am talking a full point at least.
There's
So
a lot
anybody else
of,
who's going to criticize your scores in the past, like I did with Jekyll Brothers, and we need to consider the stuff that is lower now
yeah.
than intelligence and fucking violence.
Let's be honest. This album is a piece of shit that nobody's going to go back and listen to. Okay, but there's historical value. We had fun hanging out and listening to it, and that's pretty much the only reason that it didn't get a 1.
There's a couple guys. There's a couple releases that have had inflated Fago scores based off of just the enjoyment of experiencing it together and the historical context of it. And this one probably has the biggest asterisk of all.
Yes,
The real score
biggest.
is the vibe of the Discord call and how much cough medicine I was on while driving, taking a very long drive home from a convention.
Yes.
So basically what we're saying is don't listen to this album, listen to us talk about this album.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah.
Basically, what we're saying is please don't come at us about how this is a higher score than something that probably... Yeah. Because we understand, okay? And it's different.
I love backdoor riders. Why did that not get as high of a score as this?
We've effectively given people ammo to say, no matter what, for the rest of our podcasting career, but you gave intelligence and violence a 2.5?
Oh my god. I am very excited to talk about future releases and how they're not as good as Intelligence and Violence.
I kind of am too, honestly.
Oh,
Speaking
shit.
of future releases,
Yeah.
what do you guys got going on the pipeline? What can we be looking forward to from the JJ Boys?
And where can we find you?
Yeah.
God damn. We've got more of this old shit coming. We're catching up on all this stuff that Mike just said, no, this isn't worth our time. We're turning our backs on the Juggalos before we've even started the podcast.
You hold the fuck up, you little bitch. I said that with one of the 7 releases that we are covering. Okay.
Which one, out of curiosity?
Misery, Para la Isla. So we skipped that at first, despite me owning
that's
it,
a
because
good
I was
EP.
like, you added an extra word to there. I think you added the word good. Anyways, so we skipped
that's
that
an
at
EP.
first. We skipped that. However, the other.
Oh, that's an EP.
Yeah, there you go. There's the other 6 that we haven't covered are stuff that I literally picked up as time has gone on, and I think that we are also going to do. We literally just 2 weeks ago. At the time of this dropping, released a commentary track, and I think that we are going to do another one. I believe we are going to cover Shockumentary. So,
yeah, shit.
looking forward to doing
to
that
watch
again. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun time. But that's our foreseeable future stuff before we go back into our regular spiel of 2008 and beyond.
And you can find us and all of that stuff on our various social medias, such as our Facebook.
Juggalo Judgment.
We've got us a Twitter.
At Juggalo Judgment.
You can check out our Instagram.
Juggalo Judgment.
If you cannot contain your fucking word counts, you can send us an email.
JuggaloJudgment@gmail.com.
If you cannot contain the money in your fucking wallet, you can check out our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Juggalo Judgment.
If you... I don't know, if you don't want to go to our Patreon for the stuff we post on there, it gets cross-posted to our YouTube.
YouTube.com/Juggalo Judgment.
And someday all of our episodes will be up there too, but I need to, not be lazy. You can talk to us individually at Shmeev on Twitter.
You can hit me up at Mike Spawn, SEJ on Twitter, or straight as Juggalo on Instagram.
Now these motherfuckers that we're hanging out with, ICP with We, where can we find you guys and talk to you and hang out?
I'll tell you what. If you want to hang out with us, the best way to do it is to join our amazing Discord server. There's a link in the description of this episode. It's really just such a great group of people hanging out, talking about Juggalo and non-Juggalo stuff all the time. That's where you can talk to us and talk to the rest of the community. If you would like to find us on social media, you can find us on Instagram and on Twitter at ICPWWE. But if you're more of an email type ninja and you'd like to send us an email, our email address is icpwwe@gmail.com. Send us an email. Pleasure the mailer, Damon. Aaron, where can people find you and how can they support us?
You can find me and all my stuff at www.gristlemedia.com. You can also support us through two different ways. We have an amazing merch store at storefrontier.com/ICPWWE. Look for the Violent A's, the Mack shirt coming soon. It's happening, people.
Hell yeah. I will get
you can
one.
Also, I would wear I would wear it every day, honestly. If I have any sort of merchandise where I am a Big Mac from McDonald's, it's gonna be on my body all the time.
I'm not gonna do it.
Please.
Did you say you are going to do it or not going to do it?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm going
good.
to do it.
Because I was about to say, 'cause if you don't do it, then I will probably find the time to do it, but it would just not look as good. Guys, you can also support us on our Patreon. Patreon.com/ICPWWE, where we have 3 amazing tiers for amazing people. I would like to shout out our top tier patron, Rob. Thank you for the support day in, day out, week in, week out. And I always love talking to you. I actually cannot wait to talk to you about your insight on this whenever this eventually comes out. So,
and I'm sure you'll have some.
I'm sure you will. I can't wait for it.
Yes.
Next week, guys. And Eric, is this updated? Because
No,
we've added
I don't know what.
Okay.
Actually, I think after this, next week, actually, I think is the week that we're actually going to talk to Rob on an episode. We'll be reviewing Dark Lotus's The Mud, Water, Air, and Blood, and we'll be having a special conversation with Rob at the end.
There we go. Okay, I figured, yeah, so I know, and this will have been cleared up by now, but as of this recording, it's not cleared up. We have added in 2 weeks of content that are not what we promised you the end of the last episode.
It's cleared up. No, the last episode is cleared up. Chuck fixed it.
Oh, did Chuck fix it? Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, the last episode has not dropped yet, so I don't even... Good, thank you, Chuck.
Oh, you're so very, very welcome. No, really, it's the least I could do. I mean, aside from literally carrying this whole podcast on my metaphorical digital back.
So here's what's going to happen.
Chuck.
Last episode, your top of 21, my top of 21. This episode, then Lotus, then Killjoy, then final episode of season 4.
Oh, damn.
Guys, we got a lot of shit coming up, and then season 5 is going to kick off with a lot of great content that is going to keep us busy for a while. So, you're going to be hearing our dumb voices for a bit. It's going to be great. Settle in. Guys, Mike Schmeev, thank you so much again for asking us to do this. This was seriously...
This was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Great time. I had a blast. Eric had a blast.
I had a blast.
Chuck has been very quiet this episode as a mercy on Schmeev.
Really? You're going to act like I haven't been here all along? Fucker. You fucking bitch. I'm kidding. I love you. You fucking bitch.
And you know what, Chuck? We're going to keep it that way. Don't talk.
Don't tell me what to say or what not to say. I will not be silenced.
That's so rude.
Thank you guys for having us.
I think they wanted Chuck in this episode.
Do you want Chuck in this episode?
Who knows?
Fuck yeah.
If it happens, it happens. I don't have control over Chuck.
Thank you
I had
guys.
to put Chuck in one episode, and it was a bitch.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. It is always wonderful to have you. Love talking to you guys. Always a fucking blast.
I will forever be unable to contain my gratitude that we met under the weirdest fucking circumstances. That you guys have created a amazing community on your Discord. I stress this all the time these days that your Discord is a lot of fucking fun. And and I always recommend people to join it. We never even promote our own fucking Discord these days.
Our Discord is a Discord of convenience for the sake of, things that we have to, that we promise on our Patreon that I've been considering changing because nobody actually uses that. So I feel like we might edit one of our tiers for that because nobody jumps in to listen to our recordings ever. So fuck it.
But again, thank you so much.
On your Patreon?
Yeah, listening to our recordings live.
Are they server muted when they hop in?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was about to say.
Like the time when Rob showed up.
Yes. Well, one day Rob, because we took him out of that, like took away his access, and we get a message. What the fuck? You guys fucking took me out.
Yeah. So again, thank you so much for taking the time to sit with us on a Wednesday evening and roast the fuck out of this train wreck of a CD. It's been a blast. It's always a joy whenever we get to work together, and honestly, would love to do it again in the future if it ever if the opportunity presents itself. So again, thank you so much, guys. We really
I'm ready for it.
appreciate
Let's not make it close to a year before the next time we do this.
Yes,
for sure. Let's do a little sooner than that, guys. Did you finish your Fagos, Shmeev? Did you drink 3 full bottles of Fago? Are you dying right now of sugar?
I did not, in
overdose?
fact, drink 3 bottles, but I will finish one of these.
Okay,
we will finish our fucking Fagos.
Finish your motherfucking
Fagos. Finish your Fagos. I finished my Diet Coke in spirit because I know that y'all love finishing bevs. Oh,
I finished my
some
Polar.
Good chugs in. We're getting some good chugs in.
There, I crushed the can just for you.
I think Shmeev bit off a little bit more than he can chew on this one.
Oh my.
There we go.
That root beer's done.
Love to see it. All right, you'll be up at 3 in the morning still.
Goddamn right. Peace.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for hanging with us. I had a great time. Until next time, big ol' whoop whoop out there for Erik and Shmeev and Mike. I'm Aaron. Goodbye.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Violent J is a mack. Violent J is a mack. Violent J is a mack. And now, please enjoy Aaron's Emmy Award nomination consideration-worthy reenactment of his reaction to receiving a very special gift from Shmeev, Mike, Erik, and me.
Hello, everybody. It's Gristle. You thought it was done? Fuck no, you idiot. There's one more thing. I was given this package by my dear mother, who I get my boxes shipped to whenever I get stuff shipped to me. And this is from Erik and the JJ boys. This is like a threesome surprise. Google threesome surprise if you want to know more about it. So I'm gonna open this, but I pre-opened it because I didn't want to be messing around with it like a dumb idiot on this recording. But let's go ahead and get into it here. Looks like I have a lot of this is a grocery bag wrapped in a Walmart bag and bubble wrap. I'm seeing a lot of red. Okay, this is definitely a CD. This is definitely a CD. There's tape on it, and I'm trying to get it off. I think this is... I'm seeing a lot of red on this CD. I think they're pranking me with a copy of Fearless Red Fury. Good prank, guys. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. I think I know what this is. Holy shit. This is insane. Okay, hold on. Let me okay, hold on. Let me tell you what this is here. Okay, this is exciting. I have in my hands, in my possession, my motherfucking Juggalo Holy Grail, a ride a holiday. Holy fuck. This is insane. I do not know how they got their hands on this, but this is fucking nuts. And this is so I need to find a place to display this. Holy shit, guys. This is nuts. Thank you so much. This is fucking dope. I am definitely like blown away. I can flex on motherfuckers now. This is nuts. Guys, I appreciate it. To the listeners out there that are still listening to this, thank you for listening. Continue to listen to our content and the JJ Boys content as I continue to listen to a year-round classic, A Ride a Holiday in my car, because 100% this is getting bumped, baby. Fuck yeah.